Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Candlekeep Mysteries, the Seal Pages of Verglas. We are the Rollers of Fate. Happy New Year to you all. I hope everyone had a festive break and a good New Year, fireworks, whatever it is. And it was a good time. I'm back. I'm Mo, yes, and I've returned to the game as the co-dungeon master, and alongside me is my good friend Cisco Blanco. Say hi, Cisco. Yes, thank you. I think my absence. I think Cisco just needs to now take a little break. Let me do the DMing for a little bit so that he can just kind of relax because he DMs a lot anyway as well. So it's time for me to take a little bit of the reins. And what else would I want to say? Oh yeah, Cisco. Do you know what's the same between our players and a penis? They both can get pretty hard unless you give them the helping hand. We have Andy, Lucky, Luke. Mark will be hopefully joining us. Ross and Joey. Say hi, everyone. uh, anyway, let's jump into the announcements. Please, Cisco, take it away. Wait, why is there no sound? Am I there? Nothing? Okay, give me 1 second. Just a technical issue. Just give us one moment. Cisco, please just keep checking if you can hear me. Okay, then. Hmm. What about everyone else? Can you hear everyone else? Now try. Now try. Let me mute myself and then try.
To the right output.
Yeah, I think that could be. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just.
Which
I mean, now we can hear you. You and me look perfectly at the stream. A bit loud, but maybe it's my volume is super loud. Okay, but yeah, now
okay,
we.
whatever you've done,
Okay,
it's
I think I've sorted
it.
it. Yep, that's it. It's been sorted. I fixed
Yeah.
it somehow. I don't know how, but it did. Hopefully, everything else comes through as well.
Yeah. Yes, true.
Yes.
Amazing.
Okay, great. Let's carry on. Cisco,
Yes, I was
do the
doing the
announcements.
announcements. So we are here on Twitch or our YouTube channel at Rollers of Fate D&D, where you will find all our previous episodes, including the Eye of Observation, Hearts of War, and also if you want to get in touch with us, please do so at rollersoffatednd@gmail.com. We also have an Twitter channel at FateDND. And a content warning, games use adult themes, situations, jokes, and stuff that you might find inappropriate, so viewers' discretion is advised. Thanks to Tessan Presents for their awesome maps, as well as Darren Curtis and Tabletop Audio for their epic music, and to James Webster for their art as well. Lastly, give us a follow if you haven't done it already, to help our streams to get to as many people as possible. And yeah, and I'll give it back to you, Mo. Thank you very much.
That's okay. Thank you. Just keep an eye. I'm going to turn the music on in a second, see if you can also hear that, and just let me know if you can't. But yes, let's begin. As always, thank you to all the players that are here. So we've got the full gang. It's crazy. And to those that are watching from home, grab a drink, settle in as we see what mysteries shall be revealed today. Music.
Yeah, it's perfect. A bit loud, maybe, but sorry, let me put it. Yeah, okay. It's perfect, actually. Perfect volume, too.
I think I'm getting something here. It's master volume.
Yeah, actually, I think it's a tiny louder than us.
Nah, it should be fine. Great, let's jump in. All right.
Yeah.
Upon arriving in town, the Cox set up and investigate the site of a recent attack. The scene was grim, marked with destruction and signs of dark magic. Their search was cut short when a massive undead dragon emerged from the shadows, its presence chilling and oppressive. This was no ordinary foe. Its breath attack didn't just harm the body, but also tampered with the party's immediate memories. The effect was disorientating, leaving some of them confused and unable to recall key moments of the battle. Fortunately, a few among them managed to resist its influence, piecing through that what had happened and working to partially restore the memories to those affected. This resilience proved critical in turning the tide of the fight, allowing them to regroup and push forward despite the dragon's devastating power. Following the battle, the party's investigation led them to the source of a far realm magic, a chaotic and alien energy that defied unnatural order. This source turned out to be a portal, a gateway to a crossroads where planes intersected, blending their unique energies into a strange liminal space. Inside this crossroads, they encountered a monolith, eerily familiar to Aki. It resembles the monolith that had once trapped his family, pulsing with the same unnatural power. The monolith The monolith has no mere artifact. It was the heart of an undead horde, granting them will and power beyond their usual mindless slate. As they approached, the horde stirred, attempting to block their path, but strangely, they did not attack Ruin, who had recently undergone a significant transformation and now bore the appearance of a dragonborn. Their efforts to destroy the monolith were met with fierce resistance. Demons emerged to defend it, their ferocity a testament to its importance. After a grueling battle with the help of Zybilna, the Cox managed to shatter the monolith, serving the source of the Horde's unnatural will. In the aftermath, a voice echoed through the crossroads. The Undying One. He revealing a chilling connection to the party, claiming that he had once granted them a boon when they brought down a cult dedicated to him in Neverwinter. This connection had been forged without their consent, leaving them uneasy about the influence over them. To their demise, the power within the monolith was his, a fragment of his essence fueling the chaos they had justly quelled. As the monolith crumbled, the obelisk's top was entrusted to Zybilna, and as she took her leave, but another dark artifact was revealed, an ominous artifact. A severed hand radiating immense power. The artifact, known as the Hand of the Undying One, was clearly no ordinary relic. Recognizing its danger, the Cock secured it in the bag of holding, determined not to hand it over to any organization. Past experiences taught them the hard lesson that powerful and dangerous items often disappeared, or worse, when entrusted to others. In the wake of the revelation, Ruin stepped forward with a confession that left the party shaken. He revealed that he had made a pact with Vecna, the god of secrets and undeath, seeking power to aid in the fight against Tiamat. While his intentions were noble, the means by which he sought this power raised serious concerns. Ruin argued that he was better equipped to handle the Hand of the Undying One because of his pact. He further disclosed that it was Vecna who had orchestrated the memory-removing curse during their encounter with the undead dragon. This revelation deepened the party's mistrust, adding another layer of complexity to their already precious situation. Now burdened with the knowledge of Ruin's pact and the responsibility of safeguarding the Hand, they find themselves at a crossroads of their own. The stakes have never been higher, with forces of the far realm, the Undying One, Vecna, all entangled in the quest. Each step forward feels heavier than the last, but one thing is clear: they must tread carefully, for the choices they make now will ripple across the plains themselves. Music change. I'm just putting this one on because I know it. The air hung heavy, with a lingering sense of unease, the kind that burrows deep into the soul and refuses to let go. The landscape around you all seems eerily subdued, as if the world itself was holding its breath. Shadowy clouds rolled across a bloody-tinged sky, blotting out the sun and leaving the land bathed in an unnatural dim light. The faint hum of far realm magic still crackled in the distance, a discordant melody that set their teeth on edge and whispered of horrors just out of sight. The ground beneath your feet have been scorched and broken, a battlefield left in the wake of the struggles. Splintered bones, a shattered fragments of the monolith lay scattered like grim reminder of what you have just destroyed, and what might still come. The faint scent of burnt stone and decaying flesh mingled in the cool breeze, tugging at the edge of the frayed nerves. Emotions, like fractured mirror of their surroundings, cling to you like a second skin, a weight heavier than any armor. Victory had come at a cost, and each of you bore that scars of the trials, visible or not. Trust was once their strongest bond, now felt fragile, strained by the revelation about Ruin. And as the camera begins zooming closer towards Ruin Synergy, as he kinda sees every single one of you staring at him, I'll open up the table once again.
Now, as I said before, I know this is upsetting for you guys, but this was the only way that I could think of to get Aki back faster, okay?
What the fuck, Ruin?
We needed more firepower. We needed more. We can't go against the Queen of the Dragons as we are.
So you pulled us into your little bargain.
It wasn't meant to. It wasn't meant to be
even
us.
asking.
It wasn't meant to be us. It was only meant to be me. I never meant to get you guys involved.
This is not okay, and that thing can't come near any of us. I don't even think Yadu should be touching it right now. If anything, it should stay away. It should be locked in the deepest vault, dropped in an ocean.
I know there's no way
We
I
shouldn't
can
have removed it from here.
I know there's no way I can convince you guys, but maybe you should trust me on this one. I can handle that.
Really,
Giving us
trust
much
you after
reason
what
to
just
trust you
happened
right now.
inside all of our heads.
Have I not always had your guys' back in support of this group?
This is
No,
different.
You haven't.
Ruin.
I've shed blood with you guys.
Don't use Bruce's phrases against us right now. He's being quite silent because I assume he's ready to tear your used-to-be wings off.
Bruce is staring very stony-faced at Ruin when he's not said a word.
You
Listen.
need to come clean. What else has been going on?
That's it. That's all I've done. I
Can Ziggy roll investigation or just?
I would like to roll insight on that because Errol,
Yeah.
Player Joey knows, how lucky rolls,
I
but
was like,
Roll a
Roll it.
persuasion. Actually, Mo should. Sorry, I shut up. I'm
Oh,
so used
sorry.
to saying that.
No,
however
it's
you want to do
cool.
it.
What's going on? Sorry, say that one again.
So,
out
go on.
out of game. I know Ruin took Bruce's sword out of game.
So make a persuasion or deception on silent, lucky, your choice, and then the guys can insight, right, Mo?
Yeah. And if their insight is higher, then you either tell them that you are lying or tell them the truth. If they get lower, then you don't need to say anything, and those that they can just
You're gonna beat that. So that's
assume
fine.
it's up and up.
I also need to change my dice, so I'm gonna do that real quick. But yeah,
Also,
I
I
won't
believe
ro- I
we can
won't
hear
ro-
the music.
I won't roll for this. There's
You
concerning
can't,
the
or you
sword-
can.
No, I'm not going to. Not this bit because concerning the sword, there is a couple of there is something I will do about that. It's carry on, everyone.
It's like, is there anything else you're hiding from us, Ruin?
no. There is nothing I'm hiding from you guys. Nothing I'm hiding from you guys.
Can you hear the music?
Alright.
Sorry.
It's a little bit low, but we can hear it.
Okay.
I hear it
I-
louder through my Roll20 than through the stream.
Okay, that's fine.
I only did what I did because I wanted to save Aki faster. I wanted to defeat the Queen of the Dragons faster. I never meant to get you guys involved. It was only ever supposed to just be me.
well now it isn't. So we're gonna leave here. We're gonna go back to Candlekeep. We're gonna figure this hand shit out. Afterwards, we're gonna need to have a serious conversation about
We
whether
can-
we're done or not.
We can fix you, right? If you choose to.
I
You stick with us,
there's nothing to fix. You guys
Okay.
act like
Bullshit.
you guys act like I'm broken.
Tell them what I told you, Ruin. I can stop the war. The Dragon War will never happen with my help.
Guys,
Bruce
we
and
can
Yadu
stop-
and Bycroft, they can cleanse you of this evil nonsense. If you
We
accept
can-
it.
We could end this sooner. Don't you understand? This can all be over faster rather than
And-
later.
And your new patron told you this.
No, it's something we both knew beforehand.
Them, if they are okay with me talking.
I'll telepathically say, just leave the talking to me for now.
It's just
They trust
don't
me
know
more.
my reasons. Maybe if they heard my reasons, maybe you could convince them better. But you are in charge now. He says.
Just for now. I don't want to fuel the fire for now.
I understand, Ruin.
In this
And
moment where you are standing silent, speaking in your mind, the rest of you begin to see the rippling of the tether that you had walked through beginning to flicker once again, as if something or someone is approaching. And as you turn, expecting something to come at you, an enemy perhaps, you see a familiar face. stepping through. Ross, who do they see?
Flair comes through looking a little annoyed, a little slightly older. Given that he is wild hunt, he's prone to change fast. He changes things about himself all the time. But he looks like himself. It's not his shifted form. He comes through fiddling with a new kind of thing in his hands. He looks like he's half absorbed in this. And oh,
Hello there.
I'm interrupting again, aren't I?
Yes. However,
used
it'd
me
be very
here.
helpful to interrupt because we'd need another opinion on this.
Well, we can talk more later. I get the feeling if we talk about it right now, it's going to escalate to a very bad point.
Can we just keep this between us for now?
No.
Ziggy, please.
You've lost your privileges, Ruin.
No, you do not treat
You've
me like a
lost-
child.
You stop
You don't know what
acting
I've-
like one.
Flair's leaning forward, going, "You're Ruin. This is Ruin. This is what
Yes.
Ruin looks. Ruin.
This is Ruin.
Yes.
He did not look like this last time.
No, he did not.
I'll send a message to Flair and say a lot of fucking complications over the last 2 weeks.
Okay. I know this group likes to kind of make it up as they go along, but this is getting strange.
Anyway, Flair, if you don't mind me asking, why are you here?
Well, I told you about these attacks, did I not? Has to be met.
I mean,
Hi, Joey. Flair was on the same job as us, but was sent to a different direct, come out from a different direction, basically.
Yeah, but how do you know about this spot is what I'm asking.
well, I mean, he told us about this place, and then we were here. And he was on a different part of town.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
also
this-
asked
yeah.
to investigate
I'm guessing
Flair.
you dealt with your shit a lot sooner than you thought. Well, we're also done here. I
No.
guess.
No, as my shit is not dealt with. That has gone very poorly indeed. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I ran into you here.
So
No,
there's
I'm
more
here
to
to
deal
fa-
with. Oh, fuck.
This,
Oh fuck. Oh, this is too much. Okay.
you need to calm down. There's a
First
plan.
Put a
Unlike
hand on
you,
Ziggy's shoulder
I always have a
to help
plan.
him to ease the
Well-
anxiety a bit that he's clearly feeling again.
Oh, okay. Just gonna.
Sort of firm but gentle, squeezes your shoulder.
Well, Flair, we had a bit of a conflict here a couple minutes ago, but we found some interesting items, including a hand, and now we're
Hand?
debating how to destroy it. Yes.
Yes, a hand.
No, we don't need to destroy it though.
hand.
We could
Ruin.
use this.
God damn it, Ruin.
Don't you want to save Aki? Am I the only one that still wants to do that faster than we're
Now,
moving?
I'll point at Bruce. Do you really want to say this in front of him? Do you?
I do, because
We need to go. We need to leave.
We do.
we need to be willing to do anything.
Flair, I think we got what we were looking for here, so if you want to step outside with us, that'd be great.
Okay. You, until I know what is going on with you and they're willing to do anything, stay where I can see you. Flair will walk backwards back through where he was.
Okay.
He's putting the cards away in a pocket, and one hand is
Flair?
now on the hilt.
Flair. How bad is it out there?
Not great.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay,
it's
question.
you know, you
So-
know, we made it out of the last situation
If
because
you-
I'm capable, and you'll be fine.
You know, I could teleport us back to Candlekeep if that's where you guys want to go.
Let's not take your suggestions at the minute because I think right now we just need to make sure we're safe.
Yeah, we need
And
to check the
I
outside.
think-
There's a lot of those zombies out there, and that could
Yes.
be an issue.
I think the main.
Just to
thing
be
make
clear,
sure-
is there?
You
Because he
didn't
just
see
come from-
when you came through. You didn't see no zombies around.
Well, that's why he's
Well,
confident. He's confident enough walking backwards into the space.
I'm assuming the zombies were just outside of the cave, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
We're outside
there
of
were,
like
there
portal,
were
like
when you
portal
killed
thing
them.
that guided us in.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
you don't see any zombies around.
So we can go back outside where I can see all of you,
Right, okay.
and we can
Right.
further discuss our communal safety.
All right.
What do we do about the thing? I could attempt to banish it.
It's not gonna
I've only
work.
got one shot
I'm
at
right
it.
in here.
The
This
hand.
guy's just gonna come back anyway, even if you banish it.
Can somebody tell me what the deal is with the hand?
It's a hand that's
It's
very cursed.
Caravan of Chaos business only. Sorry.
Excuse you, Ruin?
He's not part of our caravan.
Yeah, and you're currently
isn't.
a wheel that's been torn off said caravan at the minute.
I spent the last time we met. I spent the entire day bleeding and saving your life. Were you not
Why-
one of the two complete fools who jumped into an animated painting and became trapped? Whilst I stopped the bells going off and fought back constructs.
If my magic is correct, it's the hand of the whispered one.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So start running.
sure, why not? Let's just have that hanging around. That sounds like a great. I know you
To be
like to
fair,
make
we
it
have
up
tried
for,
destroying
for
it a
the
couple
lo-
of times.
For the love of every single god whose name I've ever heard. Are you carrying that thing around?
Ask
We found
him,
yeah.
and we'll just turn it Ruin.
Which is why I'm trying to leave.
Because it's a gift to help us get our friend back
It was
and help fight against the Queen of the Dragons. It will help us.
It was in the monolith. We destroyed the monolith, and it's what's left.
You found them on. Okay.
He
Um,
points to the rubble. It was in the room.
Uh-huh.
It seems
Well done.
it seems to have stopped the zombies though. So, however, we can't keep this.
No, we gotta figure out how to get rid of it.
One right thing doesn't make a wrong, doesn't fit anything.
You mean two wrongs don't make a right?
I don't care. Ruin.
Apologies. What can I do to convince you guys?
Destroy the thing.
Fine, give it to me. I'll destroy it.
No.
No.
Everyone, listen for a second. We're going dead back to Candlekeep. We're not telling anyone about this hand. Every time we've given a powerful or dangerous artifact to an organization that are meant to be better equipped to deal with it, they have lost it. We're keeping this until we can figure out what to do with it. We will take shifts in managing this item. Ruin. At the next possible convenience, we'll be going to a temple. I would suggest Bahamut. I'd like them to take a look at this link you have with the Undying One. You have bargained
I'm
your
sorry.
soul with a
That
being that we are on
nobody
a collision
said.
course with.
Again, Flair, you're just getting caught up to what we figured out, or barely learned 5-10
Okay.
minutes ago.
The sword is now unsheathed and is outside. You fucking what?
Put your sword down, and Ruin will put his sword to him.
Let me finish.
Don't point your sword
me
at my friend.
Let me finish.
Ziggy will point a sword at Ruin.
Everyone, let me finish. Flair, let me finish. Ruin. I respect what you are attempting to do and your intentions, but you have put yourself on side with a being that we are most likely on a collision course with, a being that has a link to your soul, your mind. That is a problem. You are compromised.
You realize your boss is the reason why Aki pretty much died the first time? Do you
That's
really even know
not
that?
entirely true. That's because of your previous companion.
Wow.
Listen, I could get Aki's soul back, okay? Doing what I do, I could get Aki's soul back. I can get Aki back himself.
You
So
sound
much
like them.
I and no we in the conversation. I'm starting to see why you were alone for so long.
You guys can't do what needs to be done. You guys are good people. Okay? And I understand that. I wouldn't change that about you guys. You guys are very kind. But sometimes harder decisions need to be made by others. And I'm willing to do that.
Keep
If the
telling yourself
medicine-
that.
If the medicine is
well-
worse than disease, what's
I'm-
the point?
I'm wearing the robes of a. I'm wearing the robes I pillaged off an evil wizard. What makes you think I'm a good person?
Like I
I
said,
would
Flair,
be-
this is why we wanted to have this conversation outside instead of here.
Yes, let's leave.
I would.
Then let me teleport us back. We could go to Candlekeep, or we could go to Baldur's Gate, where that Temple of Bahamut is. I'm willing to
I mean,
work
that's
with you
cool.
guys, if you guys can work with me at least. Can we at least agree on
Oh.
that?
It's a hostage situation. I understand now. That makes much more sense to me.
What's the
It's
hostage?
very. All of us. It would appear you would seem to think that we are hostage in this situation. You are willing to work with us and take us somewhere so long as we do it your way. No, thank you.
Hmm.
It doesn't
I-
have
I-
to be that way.
It doesn't.
But I'm not gonna just do what I'm told either. It
I am
has to
one
be
of
give
the
and take.
first. I will be one of the first people you ever meet who say that the ends justify the means. But I'm trying to remember what you told me last time we met. You were born to power. You always had it, and you've taken the shortest possible route back to it, haven't you?
It's not about just the power this time. It's about getting my friend back. He's the
This
only one
time.
that understood me. He knew that I did great evils, but he didn't care. He was still a friend, and I want him back faster than tomorrow. It's not about the power this time. It's not. The power is all I need to get him back, even if just temporary.
So you would give it up if he was
Yes. Yes, I would give it up. I would give up everything if he could be here tomorrow. If he could be here today. I'm not lying. I promise you.
Would you allow me an insight on that?
Of course.
I'll also insert.
I mean, we already insight. I already did the insight earlier with that, so that's why I'm not doing
I
it
just-
again. Because
I
I already
would just-
did. I know Flair hasn't, so that's why.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
no.
you can roll an insight again, Ruin.
Nah, I'm
you can
not
roll
gonna.
a persuasion deception.
Bruce will actually believe his intent.
I mean, Harold has pretty much made up his mind.
Right.
This is a
God.
bad situation no
I'll
matter
roll
what.
Giveth and
with a
taketh
personal
away.
inspiration.
Wow. Okay, me and Ross, two sides of the same fucking coin at this point.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Ruin.
You guys.
Ziggy trusts me completely. I will say that Flair knows that there is a lot of truth to what he's saying, but there is a hint or a flicker of doubt in his eyes about giving up all of the power. But he does want his friend back.
What is that saying about the path to hell? It is as good a reason for possibly the worst decision I've ever heard that I think we're going to get. I do not know how you limit this to only being on your head, Rune.
He didn't.
I came here with the intention of asking to travel with you for a while, and that this very seriously makes me want to reconsider.
Listen, nothing I say or do at this point will convince you guys otherwise. So I will simply just...
Okay.
I'll do what I always did. I'll do what you guys want.
Answer me one question here, and I'll take it at face value. I will do you this one courtesy, since we don't know each other that well. I would like to travel with you because you, this group, for reasons beyond my understanding, have access to great resources and travel this continent more even than I do. And that is the manner by which I will find Master Ryfor. Oh, inflict terrible death on every scale we find, and anybody who helps them. Is that aligned with what you're trying to achieve, Ruin?
Yes.
Then I am that person. For me, these ends will justify my means, but I do not bear the consequences.
I understand.
Let's leave this accursed realm. I suggest you return to Candlekeep first, complete this mission, and
I
then
agree.
we'll go into Baldur's Gate to the Temple of Bahamut.
Yeah.
And I
Could I-
ask your leave to travel with you, and we can of course discuss whether you are comfortable traveling with me as well as this one.
Do we?
I am
Once
happy with
we're
both.
out of here.
I'm happy with both.
How many people can teleport?
8.
Because we should have enough, right? Does it work like Will's hat, where there's like 8 people, including
Is
the?
it teleport
Yeah.
or teleport
9?
circle?
It's teleportation circle.
It has to be to another circle, right? It can be
Yeah,
anywhere. So it
yeah,
has to be a circle,
don't-
you know, the
Yeah, I
coordinates.
don't believe
I-
we have
I know-
teleportation circle to Baldur's Gate, so it has to be.
That's why I said that's what I said.
There's a
5.
teleportation
It should
circle
be-
that's outside of Candlekeep on the beach, but the beach is also close enough to Baldur's Gate. I imagine it's closer to Candlekeep, but probably
That's
like
up to the moment. Cisco, as far
4
as
hours.
geography
Yeah,
goes,
is
because-
next is literally sorry, Mo, if I may jump in. It's actually like 5 minutes from Candlekeep. It's right outside.
and I think Baldur's Gate is 4 or 6 hours away from Candlekeep, correct?
Days away.
Yeah, probably more.
Oh, days.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
2 or 3 days.
I mean, we got Bruce's thing, so that cuts it down to like 2,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
A day and a half or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
That'd
so
be a day and a half. So I could teleport us to Candlekeep, if that's all right with you guys.
I think that's
No tricks, no jokes.
Before we go, Ruin, you have admitted that the creature that attacked us dealt damage to our memories, correct?
Yes, he admitted to me that he did alter your memories and the others. Not Flair,
I
as
see.
far as I know.
I
So,
don't know what creature
the
we're
last
discussing.
thing-
So.
The last thing I remember before finding myself in a collapsed heap in a room away from my bedroll, I had been told I was going to talk to you. And my sword is missing. I'd like you to return it now.
In my defense, I only kept it because I was going to give it back to you after I had paid the enchanter to upgrade it. I promise on that one, but I will pull out the Great Sword of Dragonslaying and hand it back to you.
I
I'll take
asked
it
if you were
back,
hiding something
And you'll
else.
sheath it. Thank you very much. Clearly you thought that certainly I would not be pleased to hear about this.
Listen, it was intended. That was intended as a joke and a gift
Just
from
take
me.
us home. Just take
Of
us home.
course.
Just
Of
take
course,
us home,
sir.
Ruin. Just get us back to Candlekeep, please. At this point,
Fine. Can I borrow 50 gold from the party bag?
Bruce will dip in. Without
What are you using the
questioning,
50
without-
gold for? Is it for the teleportation?
Teleportation circle.
Circle? You
Yeah.
don't need to do it. You don't need to. It's inscribed into the stone itself is the magical component. So
Oh,
yeah, you don't
then
need
I
the 50
will.
gold. But
Ruin
before
will
you
do as
do
he.
that, you need to obviously you're in a different realm, so you need to step out
Yeah,
back into
okay,
your
so-
reality.
Oh shit.
yep. So we're leaving to go outside, and then as soon as
Okay.
we step outside, we'll teleport out.
All right.
Yep. We'll do
Just
so.
quickly, if it's
Mm.
okay, Mo, could I interject?
Are you going to talk about what they see? Because I was just about
Yeah.
to do the same thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
same place.
Oh, you
Oh,
are.
yeah,
Okay, perfect.
yeah. No, that
Cool,
was good. Okay. So, gathering your things, you pick up whatever ammunition and things that you used, which are still workable from this fight, and you step through the tether to the material plane. As you step through, Flair, you see exactly what you came through. It was an empty kind of tunnel into the kind of open space to the outside. But the rest of you remembered destroying undead or killing undead that were meant to be scattered across the floor and around. But there's no sign of them. Someone can, if you want, you can make a survival check.
Okay, sure. I can do it.
Ooh, I am rolling shit tonight.
Oh, that's actually decent. 22.
First roll of the new year. 20 rand.
Oh, shit!
20 rand.
I'm still whispered, but 25.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Okay, so 25, yeah.
So too much of it. But Errol, Bruce,
Ruin, I think, got it.
Ruin, yeah. Is there someone missing? No, just.
I think it's...
Flair didn't roll because
Flair
he didn't know.
He didn't see. Yeah, he didn't notice. You all notice that there are footprints beginning to kind of lead back towards the direction of the village. There's, like, I don't know how many zombies you killed because I wasn't there at the thing, but as many zombies that you thought you killed outside seems like they
Hundreds, yeah.
they walked up and walked back towards the village. So, and that's what you kind of see.
Oh, damn. We should probably go check on that village.
Or what we can do is send some cannon fodder, and I'll summon up my familiar Turlo and say, "Go have a look for us," and I'll see through his eyes to see if he sees anything.
All right. As it flies through, I think it flies through the trees. One thing that you notice immediately that there is. I think you guys came here at nighttime. Was it nighttime when you guys got here?
I thought no.
Morning and night they stay for quite a bit. So.
Yeah, okay. So let's assume it's nighttime. As you go, there is this kind of, you know how you get the kind of sunset yellow haze of light.
Twilight?
That's, yeah, kind of like a light flickering through, kind of up towards the direction, towards where the sky is, and you know that it is night. You can sense that it is nighttime. The body clock in you all know it's nighttime, but there's this kind of strange yellowy hue light that's present in the sky that you don't clearly see. It's not there, but as your familiar flies through, it begins to get to a top part of the tree where it can see the layout of the village, and you get to the top and you begin to see that there are lanterns lit, people moving around. You see some people having conversation. You make a perception check with your familiar. It would be your eye, or it would be your familiar's perception.
I don't know. Here's the thing.
Use the
So
person.
it's seen through their eyes.
So with the, I think
I believe it's the familiar.
it is a familiar, right? Unless
Yes.
you're a druid. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can
Or
see
a
through your
warlock.
familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses.
Hmm.
So
That
it says
doesn't help.
And your familiar has advantage on perception if it's an owl.
Yeah. The only it's literally two difference, my perception and their perception. So I'll just roll theirs.
Okay.
Where is it? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna roll mine and take 2 off. Oh shit. Okay, this is the perception check.
Great.
Okay, that is not great. 8.
You do see like people moving around, but you don't see the details, especially with this kind of blaring light, and you command your familiar to kind of look up to the sky, but again in the light is just like there is this kind of hue in the air. There's this kind of like fogginess that you just can't seem to kind of get past, and it kind of affects your vision through the familiar itself. But that's what you see. You do see people around, so you're thinking, this is strange. What's kind of going on at this village?
However, you have to be 150 feet from your familiar for it to work, right? Or it's 300 feet. Either way, you will be quite close, so you could just get a tiny bit closer and have a look anyway, as you're almost there. Up to you.
Yeah, well, I mentioned that to everyone, even though I can't hear what they're going to say in response. I was like, it seems the village is occupied in a livable state. Also, I can't hear what any of you are saying while the owl's out.
Would he be able to feel our touch at least?
Yeah.
Could shake his arm up and down for yes.
Okay, we didn't establish this beforehand. What the fuck are you doing to my arm?
I would
Hold
tell
on,
you,
I
but you
got-
can't hear
I
me.
got a better idea. And then Errol will go onto like his like shoulder or some like part with her skin, and he'll do like a Y and then an E and then an S with his fingers.
Can I make that out? Would that be a straight intelligence check?
Yeah.
That's not that hard. I think
That's
people
a
can
game
make
that I've
like,
done as a child. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
I think, you do
I think
it,
people
yeah.
can
Yeah.
do it. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'll take that as. Okay. Good, I guess. It
I don't think
seems
that would be that
lived
hard.
Can I telepath? I mean, I know his ears and his.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah, you
blind
can.
and deaf, so you can just tell
can.
us.
Yeah, we could've
I'll
done that,
telepath
actually,
into his
that's a
head.
good point.
Would you like us to go to the village then?
I don't know. It seems. I don't know. Who's willing to risk their lives? Stupidly.
We could send Flare. He's pretty quick, isn't he?
Bruce starts walking. He's going in the direction of the village.
Okay.
I take
People's
it
gonna have to pull me across. I
this
can't
vi-
see.
But this village did not have anybody in it.
Bruce's arm, he then throws you over his shoulder and starts walking with you.
Bruce, we need to at least rest.
Bruce is walking. He's not listening to you.
All right, Bruce. You continue walking. The rest of him contemplate to either follow and stay.
I leave
but-
Ziggy behind. I'm not going to carry him with me.
Okay.
I
He
think
leaves
I-
you-
I
Come out of it.
come out of the familiar's eyes and start. What? People! And start following along.
Bruce, as you eventually get closer to the village, keep your distance
yes,
cautiously.
I'm trying to be cautious.
And as you get closer, you begin to hear voices. Actual voices. People talking. And then you hear the voice of a child who just, not too far from you, who doesn't really see you, just runs past and just says, "Mummy, Mummy, oh wait." And you see this woman in the distance kind of turn around. Hurry up! And the kid gets close to the mother. The woman puts her right hand on this child's shoulder and kind of ushers her through. Make a perception check as this event happens.
Your thing, boss. 12.
Yeah. I don't think you truly noticed anything strange at the moment, or anything like that. It's a bit. Well, okay. What I'll tell you is that you recognize the woman because it was one of the women. Is exactly the same woman that you slayed as a zombie, but she seems perfectly fine as she walks off with the child.
Bruce will step out into sort of the main areas, just looking around at the buildings, like because the temple was destroyed. Like there was a big hole in it, and it was a mess. The buildings, everyone looks okay. There's no bodies or.
No, there's literally no bodies around. But as you step outside, you see that there is a guard there that turns around. And who goes there? Step out.
He's out in the open. He's not hiding at this point. And he sees Bruce, the half orc with the walking armory with the sleeveless, long purple, gaudy long coat with a shoulder cape.
What business do you have here?
I'm just a traveller. I was actually looking for some news. How have things been the last week or so?
Kind of a little hazy. We're unsure what. He kind of looks back towards the kind of. Something happened to our temple over there. We're thinking of reconstructing it, and We're not really too unsure. You see him kind of step forward, and immediately it catches your eyes. You see him, and his left eye is missing.
Quite an injury there, sir.
What do you mean?
He points at the eye socket, I'm assuming?
I'm sorry. I have not been injured.
My apologies. I've been traveling a long time. I'm tired.
You see another guard kind of come to the side to there. What's going on? And you notice something about him. His eye is there, but his left hand is missing. We've just got these. We've got a traveler. It seems like he's curious about our village. Perhaps you know what had happened to this temple. Is that why you are here?
No, I'm like I said, just a traveller. I'm just looking for news. I've been not been in civilization for a bit of time. He sort of gestures. After all the fighting, he looks like a mess. So it's like,
You seem like you've been in a scrap. These are dangerous woods. There are wolves in this.
Oh, of course. Fun enough, I get on better with the wildlife than I do people like us, if I'm being honest.
All right. Well, I mean, you are free to come in as long as you are not going to be causing any trouble. The tavern is open. You can go out, drink or whatnot, and yes, beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, quite. Unusual weather this time of year. I would ask your permission, gentlemen. There's a couple of rituals I'd like to do before entering your home, if you don't mind. I do this in front of you both, and I'd like to cast, in no particular order, detect evil and good, and then sort of have a feel around, and then detect magic right afterwards. And there's a couple of rituals I'd like to do first.
Save your spells. I'll do the detect magic.
Stepping
Fine, so
out, you see Ziggy
Yeah.
kind of steps out as well.
So I have some friends of mine, some traveling companions. They're just behind me. I've been scouting ahead. Please excuse me.
I'll cast detect magic.
Okay. As you cast detect magic, yes, there is this lingering necromantic energy shrouding this whole place that you feel, and you also feel this kind of immensity from the sky itself. You once all felt this before, not you, Flair. The rest of you all have. In space, when you were shot into the rocket, you saw this star in the distance that gave you this chill, this feeling, and it almost feels it's amplified in this area, in this field, in this village. And you feel like it's had an influence with these people. You start questioning yourself. Are they oblivious to the fact that they are not alive? And are they alive? And as you come a bit closer and inspect them, you see that their skin is taut to their skin a little bit. It is sunken in, and they are definitely undead.
Hold on, but I've done detect evil and good. Are they undead?
They are undead.
Could I or Andy, do you have anything else you wanted to do real quick?
No, it was just the detect evil and good, which is confirmed for me my dread suspicion, and Ziggy's done his thing
Just
now.
a quick little remark as well. They are undead, but at the same time, they feel like there is a humanoid part to it. You feel like with this spell, that if you were to heal these people, they will be healed. That wouldn't normally happen with an undead, so it feels like a weird type of undead.
Is this the same thing that Ruin has right now?
Cisco? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a question for Cisco.
Make a religion check. If Moore's okay with it.
It just feels the same. That's all. Because I remember you said that Ruin feels like there's
based on the
feeling,
feeling, just for the sake of brevity. Yeah.
While he makes that religion check, could I?
No need. Just don't do it. It feels pretty much similar. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Could I telepath in my head or voice to my head, think to myself, Vecna, can you explain what's going on here?
This is the new future. What you didn't want me to explain to your people. My plan all along, the end of death.
You want everyone to live like this half undead.
They are like you. Do you feel unhappy?
I don't feel entirely whole.
I mean, you are immortal, pretty much, as long as you don't die. Your body won't perish. Isn't that what everyone wants, to live forever? No needs for gods now. No needs for prayers. The end. Going anywhere. Everyone can be here.
Would you be okay if I relayed this to the others? Or do you want to keep this between us?
They are gonna not understand it that easily, I feel.
I agree with you on that one.
Something I would like to tell them potentially, but I think we need to give them time now. If we keep splashing things into them, they are not gonna like it.
I concur with that. We need to do what's best. We need to do what's best and take our time to slowly explain how we're going to save
best
Aki.
for you, of course. You have the power. You will have the power to save the ones you love. I promise you. I have given you. I will give you more and more.
You know, I do just want to ask in exchange. You are helping me with everything, but after I get everything I want, what do you want from me?
I'm not actually sure. Perhaps you can be my advocate. Perhaps you can be my right hand. You can be one of these leaders on the new world.
We could
spread the message of freedom.
We can talk about this down the road, but thank you for being as honest as you have been with me.
I am trying my best. Sometimes I did lie to you in the past, but only so you wouldn't get too scared at once. Now I know you can handle the truth, so moving forward, we are gonna change our relationship a little, as you want. Honestly.
It's never normally that easy, but I appreciate this. I won't share all the information I was given, but I'll look at Bruce and I'll just simply say, they're kind of like me, aren't they?
As soon as I'm assuming your conversation happened really quickly. Bruce feels the same energy with them, looks at you, feels the same thing, looks back to the guards and I'm terribly sorry, gentlemen. I think we'll have to continue traveling. Maybe one more night on the road, I think, everybody. I'm a cleric of Saluna, and I don't have any... I can't see the moon from here. It's a silly thing, really. They've all been very patient with me of that sort of thing.
Why would you see the moon in the day?
I thought it was later at night at this point.
Yeah,
But that's what they say to you, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I said, well, that's a fair point. But hi there, Mark. Good to see you.
Hi.
Okay, let me get fake Mark out. 1 second.
You kill him the fuck out of you.
Yeah. Oh, fake Mark is still here. Oh, Mark, it's you. Sorry.
No, that's
Real
the
Mark is here. The real deal. The trademarked one is here.
Trademark.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
Thank you very much for your time, gentlemen. Have a pleasant day.
And you. All right.
He goes to shake his hand, but with his left hand. So he'd have to give his stump hand. He wants to see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Well, the guy. Well, Yeah, the guy on the right, yeah, and then the left one kind of, he just kind of grasps your hand, but to your like he doesn't grasp your hand, but you grasp his kind of stump hand, and he just shakes it like
He puts his stump into my palm.
yeah, but for him he just feels a little kind of like it's normal.
Pleasure to meet you both. Just take care. The dangerous job guarding your home.
Yeah, and you, traveler, safe travels.
And turn around and say, everybody, let's go. Go.
The guards
All
turn
right.
around and kind of walk back.
Ziggy,
Well-
I saw you detect magic. You felt something as well, didn't you?
Yep. That is some. Okay, whatever has happened, the entire town that we beat the shit out of, that zombie child that Yagu mighted into the heavens, have got back up and still think they're alive.
I can confirm. The guards there, not wholly alive. I look at Ruin. It's the same energy I feel from you.
Right. So the sooner we can get to Bahamut, the better. Hopefully
Yep.
he can sort this mess out.
Yagu? You with us?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. Let us
Yeah,
know
yeah,
if
I
that.
totally paid attention, so I know exactly
Yep.
what's going on. No worries.
It's fine. Let
No,
us.
it's a lot to take in. I get
Let-
it. So,
Let us know if the hand starts talking to you, and we'll take a shift.
Yep.
Just keep it away from
Also,
your
so
cartilage.
Just
we're
one
going
clear-
to Candlekeep.
One question: what is the hand exactly? What is Jago keeping it?
I could have. Oh, I'm not sure actually.
Right.
Where did
okay.
I put it?
I was sure it was going into a bag of holding. I just don't know which one it was.
Okay, so let's decide now.
Right. I'll
So
put
it's
it in
gonna
the,
have to be either mine or Bruce's.
I'll put it in
Like,
the
I
chat.
well,
had
all
one
mine.
as well, I thought.
I
Do
think
you have a bag of holding?
I have a bag of holding. I was the last one to get one.
I have a bag of holding. Diggy has a bag of holding, and Andy has or Bruce has a bag of holding.
And Errol has a bag of holding.
Okay,
So-
we can.
I'm putting in the chat of holding just now.
All
Yeah.
right, it'll be in Bruce's bag of holding. Then I guess Yaku will switch it in there at some point.
Yeah, I've just plopped it in there just now, just so because
Just-
I think was given initially over to Yagu, and then but then it was like, oh, I don't have a bag holding.
My
And Ruin said his thing, then we had to go.
if
So it's in
if,
Bruce's back of holding, yeah?
Yes.
if it's handed to
Cool.
me, however, I'll probably keep it in my backpack because I don't want it to corrupt any of the magical items I have in mine.
Okay. So you had it in your backpack for a bit, and then you gave it to Bruce, and he put it in his back of holding. Yeah.
We
I
will
d-
eventually
don't-
get a
yeah.
better container for it, I think.
We need to find something we can just lock it in. Maybe an anti-magic box or something.
A lead box.
Sure.
Hey, wee man's there.
Yeah, he was getting bored.
Of course, of course. It's like, Dad, I don't
Alright.
understand language yet. I can't enjoy your game.
As you begin to step back into kind of the open forest area off the beaten track, you skirt the village itself, passing it until you know you're in a kind of safe space to do whatever you wish to do next.
Ruin, please return us to Candlekeep.
Does anyone else have anything they want to do before we go, though?
I mean, I'm just gonna rearrange my inventory. Then Errol's arrows, like it adds up. Like there's a total of 60 arrows, but I'll just do that in my own inventory while we're waiting.
But where are we on the continent?
I don't know. Cisco knows. Where are we, Cisco?
A bit south of
In
Canada. maybe?
Angla Bled is the gnome. Is like a little settlement next, close to Siggy's hometown, not too far from that. 1 second, let's
Oh,
keep
so
your
the
map.
south. Okay.
Yeah, because we actually made it, marked it there.
Anglabet.
Angla Bled, yeah, I think it's called.
Muran. Is it actually? Oh, did you make this one?
Yeah, no, it's actually a town.
It's
from Israel, yeah. Let me just have a
Citadel, Rashti, Cloud Peaks, Lekwong,
look.
Primor, Raskala, Scar. Where is? Maybe it's Fulton.
Oh,
I can't fucking find it now.
I think you-
Okay.
break that off.
The Green Fest, Green Fields, Fendrel.
He was kind of like not, yeah, here.
Do
Okay.
you have it? Can you throw it up on the on roll 20 so I can?
Yeah, I'm just checking in the map actually. Let's change the map to roll 20 here. And then roughly it's around here. 1 second. It's a straight line from here. You actually also you have a way if you want. You could contact the wizard who employ you for this job, and she might help you to return back as well if you don't want to go to Candlekeep as well.
No, we're going back
Yeah.
to Candlekeep.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, that was the
So-
plan. Was to go back to Candlekeep. I'd rather not change now.
Okay.
Personally,
Okay.
We'll
Where,
be-
where were we? I didn't see where we.
Yeah, no,
are.
I'm just looking for it. My apologies.
It's okay.
So I see
Let's
Baldur's Gate
say
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This just
There's
seems for
Fort Morning
here.
Lord,
I thought
Vermilion.
I'd change it.
Merin.
Yeah, it's around there actually. It's one of those two circles there.
Fort Morning
think-
Lord,
Okay.
El Terrell.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Then,
think it's I think that's the
and-
place where you are. One is the cave and one is the village actually.
And
Oh,
my
these two places.
my
So
second question
Vermilion
would
and
be
Merin. So this is kind of close to it. So this will be around, let's say, I'll find it in the map for now. So let's say around that area, right? It's not a big deal.
And
It's-
and where were we
Not
held
far.
by Force Grey
Um,
once upon a time?
that's closer to Baldur's Gate.
It's Neverwinter, but further north.
So closer to Baldur's Gate.
Neverwinter's
No.
Neverwinter's
way farther away.
north. That's not
Past-
close
past
to
Waterdeep.
where
It is closer
Yeah.
to Baldur's Gate than Candlekeep.
Sure, I don't understand. Yeah, whatever. We were Force Grey. We were held up in Neverwinter.
Right. Okay. Never mind. That was that rules out anything I was going to do. So thank you.
Alright.
I'll go with.
Ruin, you ready?
Yeah, Rune will take out his sword and cut his hand and start to draw the teleportation circle with blood.
Alright.
Ziggy is going to watch what he's doing just to make sure he inscribes the right ruin, because... Haha, that's your name. Just
Very
make sure
clever.
the right symbols are put into the blood.
Alright. One by one. Takes him a little while, maybe a minute to do the inscription, but eventually he does. And as he places the tablet on the floor, it cracks, and the sigil zoom, just expands into this kind of arcane circle, and everyone within it feels this pull before it shrinks back, and you are all pulled in towards the tablet itself. And next thing you feel is this world of energy and wind blowing through you. You're being twisted before you are shunt out onto the platform of Candlekeep.
Yeah.
Immediately you see the night sky above you, the moon in the distance. Definitely a different perception to what you saw just before. And just in past the trees, you see the beautiful architecture of Candlekeep itself. Let me see. No, wrong one. This one.
Just in the meantime, for the future, Anglablet is actually between El and Fort Morning Lord, right in that middle road there.
Ah, okay. So right
So
there.
just now we know, yeah, it's right there in between the two. Yeah.
Well,
So it's
Where was
actually
it?
an
Sorry.
official town. You can check it. It actually exists. I'm gonna write it down now. But yeah, back to you, Mo.
Okay. The Caravan of Chaos returned back to Candlekeep. The warm summer's night. You see the sprawling great library shimmering from the moonlight, with its giving it some sort of radiance, energy. its imposing stone towers loomed over the coastline, their alabaster walls reflecting the moonlight, beacons almost like a lighthouse itself of knowledge. Birds, well, not birds, but maybe owls and stuff hooting at the night. And you hear the rustling of the sea breeze in the distance. Not that many people around, but you do see scholars and people walking in and out of the courtyard like you have seen. Yeah, you return back to Candlekeep itself. What would you like to do? Question: is the person that hired you here,
She should
or
be. Archmage Rilia or Rylia?
Yeah,
Rilia.
she's no longer here anymore. However, she did give you means of communication to contact her whenever you want. You have, I believe, like a sending stone.
I'll just assume I have it then. Rylia, mission is complete. Source of infection destroyed. Further news for you. Please find us. Back in Candlekeep now.
Okay. It takes a while. After like a couple of minutes, you get a response. Oh, wonderful. Well done, Caravan of Chaos. Your payment will be sent there. You should be there in the first thing morning. I will send an emissary. He should be there in the morning.
Did she say anything about speaking to us? Because Bruce just said we need to talk.
She'll send an emissary that he will be there in the morning to speak to you.
Okay. Right. I suggest everybody we get some rest. Collect our reward tomorrow. Talk to the emissary. We'll tell them what's happened at the village. And then I believe we should all go to Baldur's Gate.
Agreed.
Bruce will fly and float up to the roof of the tavern, as he's been doing,
Mhm.
and he will pitch up there rather than using his room.
Flair, have you slept in an actual hospitable place recently? Because I assume Bruce is more than happy to give up his room for the night.
I just came from Baldur's Gate, so no.
No, okay. Right, well, I'm sure Bruce is fine with you taking his room.
And then I'll just use my carpet and just fly up to where Bruce is at, and I'll say, "You're okay holding on to the hand the entire night?"
I'll manage it tonight. Tomorrow we can do a swap with somebody else.
Alright. Well, in that case, I'll just stay up here then, and I'll just kind of park not right next to Bruce, but like still a little bit of a ways away. And Errol will just keep his bow out, and he'll say, "Don't worry, I don't need to sleep. You go ahead."
I think doing this in pairs is probably a good idea.
Yep. That's why I'm here.
all right?
And Errol will have his bow out with an arrow notched.
Okay. All
Is
right.
like the Enchanter or Bycroft still in shop, or are they both gone as well?
The enchanter shop is closed. It's kind of nighttime, but you do see Bycroft there just closing up.
I will quickly hurry up to him to just ask quickly about. Hey Bycroft, can you like make a magical box that stops other magical stuff or something like that?
You want me to create a magical box that stops magical things?
Or well, to keep something very important safe from.
I have a good question for you first. How big is the thing that you want to box up?
Roughly the size of
Not a body,
your
is it?
hand. Your hand. Roughly the size of your hand. That's.
Almost
Roughly.
exactly, in fact.
It's not oddly specific.
All
Little
right.
thread.
It's crazy how much your. I mean, no, never mind.
Well, I can make you the box. Probably not now, because I'm gonna go have my supper. But give me a couple of days, perhaps. I'll have a box ready. But then you'll Well, I'll go speak to the enchanter to see if he's got some sort of... Wait, and he kind of thinks, he goes, well, if you want to keep it, it has to be lined with lead. I don't know if I have any lead. Again, let me speak to the enchanter, and then I'll get one of the votes to find you and let you know what the cost will be.
Just a reminder, as a forge cleric, he can just use his unchanneled divinity to make a box. Just make it. I think he just needs the materials.
He needs lead.
Yeah.
For the... that he says that to you.
It's kind of like the sooner the better, so we are willing to pay, a lot extra to, get it as soon as possible, so...
It's true, it's not about the money. Alright, I'll try. Let me. I don't know where the enchanter is. He hasn't had his shop open for a day, so he might be away for a while. But if he comes, I'm hoping he'll be back tomorrow. Speak to him, and I'll get it. Hopefully by tomorrow. Well, if it's, what is it that you want to put in this magical box? From my understanding, you need a box to prevent other magical items.
Yeah, apparently a magical book was once stolen from me, probably by using magic, so I want to prevent that from happening again.
A book? But it's not a book, you said. How big is this
book?
A
book is like the size of my hand, right? So there you have it.
So you need a small box the size of my hand? Or you need the size of my arm?
Whichever is the size of the hand of Vicky.
Right.
We just need a decent sized box.
A decent sized box that can prevent magic.
Maybe 30-ish centimeters wide.
And you need it by tomorrow. You see him putting things together and stuff, and he's like, whatever you need to put magically away, do you have it on you now?
No.
Christ, you guys have the highest charisma. What's wrong with you both?
I can't speak to people IRL.
Like, not my fault. This guy who we pay asks questions for no reason.
Okay,
it's not his business.
Okay, Luke is socially awkward. And Luke can't talk to people. Okay, unless it causes an insult.
Joku has never paid anything in his life before he met you, so there you go.
Okay, basically, we just need a very powerful box with a charm that can dispel magic quite heavily.
All right. Two things. Tomorrow, I can make the box today, but it won't have the enchantment. You'll have to wait for the enchanter to do that business for you. So I'll make you the box, the length of an arm for a book. So yeah, all right. And I will. If you have brought in something kind of dangerous into this place, I would recommend you go speak to one of the great readers. They might have a place. I would. I'm just saying to you, this is just me warning you. If you brought something dangerous into this place, better to keep it safe for the night rather than on you, because if you're seeking stuff for me to be able to prevent it, you clearly have not brought it in a safe place, in a safe way already. Am I to assume that is correct?
Kind of, but not really as well, so,
Alright. Tomorrow morning, then.
Great, then see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
DM, while I'm up there with Bruce, I am going to forego all sleep. I'll take the one level of exhaustion, but I would like to roll a stealth check. I would like to hide to the best of my ability, that then, unless somebody goes really out of their way to find me, Errol should not be seen.
Okay.
I would like to try. I know it's on a rooftop, there's a lot of open space, but I'm going to try.
Sounds good. The rest of you head back to your place of rest inside the tavern, in your own little rooms. The two of you outside, as you sit up, people saw you kind of go up there, but then you find a more comfortable place where you're more hidden away, just to
That's
kind
fair.
of keep secure. And you notice Bycroft, after his supper, kind of goes towards the kind of the green door, and he speaks to the guardian at the green door. Forgot his name, R2D2 or whatever his
Oh
name.
no.
Let me check my notes.
Yes.
Let me check my notes. I have a name for him.
Two.
I have a
It
name
was
for him.
two. Yeah.
Sorry,
Two,
Jake,
that's
you
it,
just
yeah.
approved
Yeah,
it
it's
for
just
no
two, yeah.
reason.
Two's a real one. He's a great guy.
Yeah. He nods, and
Hey,
then you,
sorry.
and then they kind of nod and go inside. And after a while, they come outside, and you see one of the kind of followed by a great reader, who kind of goes and walks up to Bycroft, and there's this like conversation kind of going on before they you see Bycroft kind of point towards where Bruce is, and you see one of the great reader comes towards the thing, and you immediately recognize this great reader. He's got this kind of strange slick black hair, human, very kind of dark kind of eyeliner around his eyes, very mystique looking one. His name is, I'll get you his name because
Keles Abosti.
Can I just say, if I was playing Bycroft, he wouldn't have been a snitch.
Yeah. I think you see him
Fine.
standing, kind of looking at Bruce, and Bruce, you immediately feel someone piercing into your mind with a message, and it'd be like, I have been warned that you may possess something dangerous by our blacksmith. May I inquire about it to see of its safety?
Can I respond with?
You wake up jolted, you kind of look around, and when you look down, you see this person looking directly at you.
Could you be more specific? I have many dangerous things on me. And he just sort of sword, axe, javelins, sling.
Yeah, and he's like, no, he goes, I know who you are, but Bycroft has mentioned that one of your colleagues had come looking for a sealed box to prevent magical item, and when he inquired about it, you were very secretive. Oh, well, they were.
Thinking on his
Perhaps we
feet,
may be able to talk to them instead of you.
Thinking on his feet, he goes, "It's an item that belongs to us. Didn't imagine I had to run it by the great readers of all people whenever we come and go from here."
I don't think it's the matter of you bringing an item that is yours. You can claim it to be yours. It is the danger that may fall upon this place if it is dangerous.
Right, very well. I wanted to keep this item safe, and he'll reach in, and he'll so catch this. He'll drop down this.
You see him telekinetically kind of grab it and kind of bring it kind of forward towards him. He'll inspects it for a moment before his eyes kind of slightly widen as he immediately feels a presence and maybe does some sort of magic to identify what it is.
I dropped the orb of the Stein rune, by the way. I didn't drop the hand.
Oh, what is the Stein? What is
I've shared it on the on Roll20. Bruce
God.
does not want them to know about it. He just said, I wanted to keep this safe. It's valuable, and it's got significant power in it. I didn't want anyone getting at it.
Okay, then make a deception check.
Where are you, deception?
We do have 5 inspirations if you want to use any of those.
Going to use one.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
fuck, we have 5 inspiration.
Yeah, I rolled the D5 or the D6 and I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't see it?
Motherfucker.
What'd you get?
9.
On both?
9.
9 is the best one I got.
Oh fuck. Well, all right.
He telekinetically kind of pulls this item towards it. I haven't.
Please get like a 3 on his insight.
I doubt I'll be that lucky.
The shield is now, and he kind
I'm
of
sure he
inspects
does.
it, and he just immediately just goes. He sends it back kind of towards you,
Thank
for
you.
you to kind of hold it. He kind of looks at you for a moment, and then says, "I would rather you be truthful to me. I know that your group has been supportive to Candlekeep. And if you wish to continue to do that, it is best that you share the knowledge that you have. If you do not wish to share it with me, is there someone you wish to share it with in Candlekeep?"
Well, for starters, I would still stand by what I'm saying. But hypothetically, Candlekeep's not safe. Not truly. It's been proven at least twice.
I understand, but why do you wish to bring more danger to this place?
Oh, I don't actually. We intend to leave tomorrow.
And what if whatever you have brought doesn't wish to remain what it is or where it is until tomorrow? We have means to keeping it safe until then. That is what we could potentially offer.
Of course. I also know that Candlekeep is compromised. Or at least has been. Either way, I'm taking a risk. Hypothetically, of course.
Very well. I will ask the first reader to come and see you.
Could he come in the morning? I'd like some sleep.
I'm afraid this has to be dealt with now.
Very well. I'm not going anywhere. And he sort of leans back from the edge of the roof and lies down.
Okay. Moments later, you hear a something or someone climbing on the side of the thing before you hear it almost fall off before it kind of begins to float up, and a small kind of dragonborn appears in front of yourself, Harold, and Bruce. Bruce and Harold.
Hello.
You have rooms. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm here because I've been informed that someone has said something about you bringing some dangerous artifact into the... Well, they assume that you have brought something dangerous into the thing, and I just want to make sure it is secure and safe and not cause a problem. As you know, that there have been problems in Candlekeep, but I want to assure you that we have things in order as best as we can, and there are safe places in here that I can make sure and ensure that whatever it is that you have brought.
I do believe you. I just feel that, again, hypothetically, I've not got anything dangerous on me. This is what I want to put in a secure box. And he puts the orb right back in front of the stone, right back in front of me, and Bruce is still pushing this as much as it's not been successful earlier.
He looks at it immediately, recognizing. He goes,
Yeah.
"This is not really."
Oh no, it's not dangerous. It's valuable, and it's got significant power. I just wanted it to be safe. None of us are attuned to it, and I'd like to keep it that way until one of us could use it. But again, hypothetically speaking, if I did have something dreadfully dangerous, I fully admit I'd be taking a great risk in not informing you and leaving it with yourselves. But I also know leaving it here in Candlekeep is also a risk. It's been proven at least twice Candlekeep is not impregnable.
Very well. If it's, let me explain this in a way that will probably benefit both of us. You feel that this compromise that we have happened, you cannot trust anyone. So let me put this a different way. If there is something that you wish to keep secure, then why don't I take you somewhere where you can keep it secure but still be with it. No one else will be with you. And that way you can ensure the safety of Candlekeep and keep this protected.
Where would that be?
I have a few places in the library. It depends. We may want to, depending on what the artifact is, maybe have it secured in a religious complex in the library itself.
Well, it's a good thing I don't actually have an artifact, but if it would make you feel better to sleep in a different room, I do intend on leaving tomorrow, and then there'll be no more danger.
All right.
If it helps and you're not happy with that arrangement, I could leave right now. I wouldn't want to bring more danger onto this establishment.
Well, if you're saying you'll be fine with it, I trust you. I think there was just this. Everyone is uneasy, and as you have mentioned before, that there has been times of compromise in this place. Clearly, there have been issues. We are still dealing with it, and I understand your situation. Sorry to disturb you. All right, toodaloo. Have a good night. Harold, you look like you haven't slept a bit. Maybe you should have taken a nap.
I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
Okay, all right, very well. All right, have a good night. And you see him kind of fly down. He goes towards where Bycroft is. Say something to him. Yeah.
As he leaves, Bruce will turn to Errol and say, I think we should not be in this fortress for tonight.
I agree.
He floats down to a window where you see it's Ruin has telepathy. He'll tap on Ruin's window.
I'm assuming Bruce is doing that to him?
Yeah. He's tapping the window, and then he points at his head.
Ruin will stay under the covers.
And I'll just look over. Is he being are they being difficult right now?
What do you think?
God damn it. And then Harold will get his carpet, and then he'll just fly down right next to you. We could either be really rude about this or not rude about this.
We need to be quiet, because I'd rather we just left and we can tell them where they can find us.
Alright then. Harold will look. You got any paper? Maybe we can leave a note at the window.
Good point.
Where is Bruce's room in relation to this?
Oh, we're on the roof.
Well, we've floated down a little bit to get to our window.
A little bit, yeah. So we're probably out of a row of let's just say 5 or 6 windows. We're probably on the second or third one.
I have no.
Okay, so you're virtually in the middle of a row of 5. Scale, Flair never having been anywhere like this before, has just been sitting looking out the window. I think he might, with a passive perception of 23.
Each room has our names labeled on them, so you would at least be able to find Bruce's.
Yeah, but if he's in Bruce's room looking out the window, he definitely notices the two of you floating outside the window 2 rooms down.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fair.
Just kind of leans out.
Never mind.
What's going on?
Yeah, I float over to Flair. Flair, this needs to be quick. Errol and I are going out into the forest, just east of Candlekeep. You'll find us. We'll leave a trail for you to follow. It'll be discreet, and that's all. That's all I can tell you right now.
Bloody fake mystery.
You'll find us on the road to Candlekeep. No, to Baldur's Gate.
We'll and I'll whisper to Bruce. We'll just take Gree with us. We can leave the rest of the the actual carriage here, that and the rest can use it maybe to get to us.
I was suggesting we just fly over the walls.
It's gonna take us a bit with the carpet, but okay.
True. I'm flying. You can fly on the carpet. Yes, it's yourself.
All right, we'll just do that then. All right.
It's the readers. Someone's told the readers that we have something with us, and they're pushing to find out what it is. I think they might come back for us tomorrow morning and not give us a choice. So we're leaving now. If anything happens with the hand and me, Earl is there to deal with me.
Why do you want it?
I don't want it. I don't want anyone else to have it, because whenever we give something away to places like this, they
We've
lose
had this
something.
conversation. Basically, this place is compromised. We've had to save it twice. Let's not make it a third.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for
and,
that.
Flair, before we go, I know with what you know about Ruin that it's very tense. I'm gonna ask a quick favor of you. Try not to kill him until we get back.
Okay. This
Thank you.
This favor always stands so long as I have a choice.
That is fair.
Right, let's go.
Let's go. And then Errol will be flying in this carpet, I guess, trying to follow Bruce. I assume Bruce is faster because of the whole elk thing and the fact that he can also dash. I mean, I could dash too, but
He's keeping
my
pace with
speed-
you. He's not going to race ahead of you.
I mean, my Errol's pace doesn't transfer to vehicles. Errol is faster on his own than vehicles, so that it doesn't mix.
I imagine the forest is not too far to the east of Candlekeep, so we'll get there at whatever time it takes us, and then
Actually, I'm curious, which forest are you talking about? Actually,
we're basically leaving and heading east, away
Okay.
from Candlekeep, and kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah,
The,
'cause I was about to
the
say
closest forest is Errol's forest, which is the Cloakwood
Cloakwood.
forest.
yeah.
There's no wooded area at all near Candlekeep.
Not necessarily, no. There's
Cloakwood
like
is to the
open. There's
south.
there's like open trees and stuff like that, but it's pretty open. But if you want to go to a woodland area, there's the Cloakwood. A little bit further, maybe 4 or 5 hours, you can get to the Sharp Teeth.
No,
You could go to the beach if you want.
Or you can go to the
I was
beach.
we just go half a mile east of Candlekeep, kind of stick relatively
Okay.
go off
Off
the
the path.
road,
Okay, gotcha.
and if we can find somewhere we can
We'll
sort
go
of
with that.
hide,
Okay.
we'll leave like a little trail for them to follow us unless we
Okay.
wake up first and are waiting for them on the road.
Yeah, actually thinking about it, going to Cloakwood's a bad idea because of the skitter widgets that are there. Yeah.
It's just too far. We want to be
It is.
relatively
You
close,
infested
far
it with
enough
skitter
away.
widgets?
Yeah,
Don't
I
ask.
just swore I told them to put the skitter widgets there. I remember asking them
We
to
have
do that, so
That's
and
the
showing them the
closest
spot.
thing.
Are they like the what's the Star Trek equivalent? What's the gerbils? Oh no, not the gerbils. What are they called?
They're
Oh,
critters,
God.
they're gremlins. They're made of metal. They're,
I mean,
they're giant metal bugs.
brownies,
nothing
gremlins.
They're metal. They're more like
Yeah.
cats. They act like cats.
They have no natural predators. We have fucked the Cloakwood ecosystem.
the trebles from Star Trek.
It
They-
Ah.
was fucked when it was burned and iced. Practically, it'll recover. Nature adapts to whatever's in it. That's actually legit how it works.
All right.
It's King Toast in Australia all over again.
As you begin to rest, find a place that's kind of secluded. Find a place which is you feel like it's pretty safe, off the beaten track, away from anyone close, and you begin settling down, getting a nice place to kind of rest up. I think Errol, you said you're not going to still sleep, right?
I do not need to
Sure.
sleep. I will take the one level of exhaustion because I can fix that in an hour.
All
If
right,
it helps
Bruce.
at all, Bruce will tell us that we could take a watch. But if Errol says no, it's fine, then Bruce will
No,
sleep.
it's fine. I mean,
Bruce,
you
you-
could stay up if you want to, but Errol's not taking the risk.
Bruce will sleep. He
Bruce,
trusts me.
you are asleep.
Yes,
Errol?
I'll be resting.
Make a perception check.
Sure. And I'm going to use one of the inspirations, if that's okay, to make that with advantage. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah,
Go
of
for it.
We've got 3 left now.
Okay. And then perception, you said it was?
Yes.
Okay, public, advantage. Let's get good. Yes, I'm glad I did that. The duality.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Oh wow. Yeah.
We're gonna stop you right there, and
Sure.
we're gonna go a little bit back in time. Just a little touch, maybe about 20-30 minutes before in time.
Okay.
Ruin synergy. You hear this tap on the window. Tick, 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 tick. You ignore it. You hear this faint conversation beyond the walls. You ignore it. But the words you can't ignore are the words in your mind right now. The words of the Whispered One as he speaks to you. Ruin.
It's late. What do you want?
They are about to trap something that is important to me. That is important to you. I will...
Trap what?
An artifact. You must acquire it.
Listen, if this is anything like the arm, it's not going to go well.
I am talking about the arm itself. It must not be put away. It must find its way to me, one way or another.
I thought you said the arm was for me.
You are my right arm.
Well,
You must get it for me.
Lucky for you, I already had an idea. I'll reach into my bag of holding and pull out the bagman hairs that I was given, and I'll try to... Listen, if you're there, this would be a great time for you to talk back to me.
Are you trying to contact the bagman?
Yes, I've had contact
He
with him
already,
before.
yeah, he already
He's
made
worked with-
contact. You
Yeah,
will
he works-
remember, Ruin, that their keyword is follow my voice. That's where you need to speak into the back of holding to summon him, kind of.
Can you...
Mo knows that too, somehow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I hold the hairs and... Bagman... Hello? Can you follow my voice?
As the words follow my voice flow into the bag itself, the camera goes inside the bag, into the darkness. Before you see, it takes a while. You give up almost, putting the bag on the side. And as you watch it, you see it rustle a little bit before a hand creeps out of the... and another. And just peeping, only just his head, you see the bagman looking outside and looking at you, just staring at you.
Now, Bagman, you don't want to upset the big boss. I don't either. I need you to help me. We need to get inside Bruce's bag. Inside that bag is something we both want. Yes, in fact, it's the artifact. Would you be ever so kind enough to work with me?
You see the bagman just disappear into the bag of holding.
I'll reach into the bag of holding with my hand as well. Hello?
Hello?
And I want to do this under the covers, by the way. I'm still in the bed. I just have the sheets over my head.
That's right.
Um,
So the bagman was there, like, next to you, and we're just kind of peeking.
It's even creepier. Somehow you're much creepier, like the flat head.
Also, would I have been able to get a short rest? I imagine I didn't get a long rest before all
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
but
you
could I
would
at
have got
least-
it. You would have got a short rest.
Okay. Then I will reach into the bag of holding, and if he doesn't come out, I'll keep going in.
You put your hand into the bag of holding, and you feel nothing. It's absence. It's the void of the bag of holding, until you feel something grab your hand, and you instinctively begin to pull, but it tries to pull you in, and you pull out before you feel something else. Another hand grasp onto your hand, and then you feel the other hand let go. And as you let go, you feel freedom. Something loose as you pull it out. you see in your hand the hand of Vecna.
In hell.
And we'll go and break there. And come back.
Right. Well,
Andy,
then.
I did have that idea the whole time. When you guys kept saying it was in your bags of
Yeah.
holding, I was like, oh, I know the bag man. That works.
Yeah, and none of us know that you know him, so we're not going to be able to realize that.
We'll be
You
right
basically-
back after this short break.
Yeah.
Don't go
Yay.
anywhere. See you all in a bit. Hello and welcome back. Let's jump in straight where we left off. Ruin Synergy. You are in your room. You feel something clasp your hand, and as you pull it out, there it is. The hand of Vecna. Yes. Good.
Now that I have it, what do we do?
You get this feeling inside of you as you hold it in your hand. You look to your left hand and back to its left hand that is there. You know what must be done. Do it.
And if I choose to not do it and to keep it, is that a problem as well?
It will only become a problem for yourself. Do you not wish to seek the power to save your friend? To stop the scales? What I offer is salvation for everyone. How can we sit here damning those that are godless and favoriting those that have gods? Everything must be balanced. Everything must be forever.
And by doing this, you do promise that this will help save Aki, right?
If you are willing to use the power, you will be able to save everyone.
Fine. Rodin will, with his left hand, clutch Aki's letter really quickly. Put it back down. He'll close his eyes, and just like normal, the sword will shatter into his hand. It'll, like pieces of mirror, come into his hand, and he'll bring down the sword on his left arm.
All right. As you focus and you breathe, you hands go up, and as you're about to come down, you hear a shatter of glass on the opposite side of your room where you heard Bruce tapping earlier, or someone tapping at the window, and standing there afloating are a number of avodes of Candlekeep. As spectral chains start shooting towards you, grasping your hand, the artifact drops onto the floor.
Counterspell some of the chains?
Well, you counterspell one, some of the chains fall, but there's multiple avodes. You see a great reader, another great reader. They all begin casting incantations.
Stop! Wait, I need this, please! I need to save him!
Your mouth gets silenced immediately. Chains start wrapping around you. You're binded. The rest of you in the rooms that you are hear this shatter. Immediately wake up. Ziggy, Yagu, and Flair. You hear all this commotion from outside the window. The shattering, the loud booming noises outside. What do you do?
Is his hand bleeding actually? I'm kind of like being cut off just to make it.
He didn't get the sword to.
He didn't get to it. Okay, good. All right.
That's lucky. Flair will go back to his window and really nonchalantly just look back out the window at this.
Multiple mages stand outside floating, looking through towards the window. One of them turns towards you, kind of bold and heading. You know this one. He's the gatekeeper who tells them he has like kind of almost strange kind of coloration to his eyes as he lets people in and out, and he looks at you before he continues to focus back onto Ruin Synergy inside, holding him with these binding spells. Nothing you can do, Ruin Synergy, as you scream and shout. You don't actually hear him because there's the silence all around him. He's screaming. You see the hand there, limp, Vecna's hand on the floor. Immediately, a couple of Avodes step inside, and one of them brings some sort of kind of strange casket or a box, and immediately, telekinetically, put the hand into the box, close it, and you begin to see lights, sigils begin to glow on the box itself, sealing it within.
I guess
How
Ziggy.
well did Errol and Bruce describe where they were going
I mean,
when they spoke to Flair?
I would think that we gave a really good general picture of we're going east about this far on like a map. I would like to say so, but
then
Half a mile off the beaten track.
Flair's gonna pull out a small silver figurine from his inside pocket, throw it out the window, and it's going to turn into a raven. It's going to go in the direction I tell it to, looking for the people I'm telling it to, looking for you two, and I'm casting an animal message on it to tell you to get the fuck back here, idiots being dangerous.
Yeah.
I know you said that Ruin's mouth was silenced. Did they bound it, or like did they muffle his mouth?
No, you're like in this like a silent spell. So you're bounded, so you can't move. And as you
Can I breathe?
out,
Can I breathe out radiant fire just out the window?
Oh, you want to do your radiant?
My breath attack.
Breath attack? Sure.
Then hopefully that'll get some attention. But I will breathe.
Are you
radiant,
aiming to hit someone, or?
If they get hit in the blast, that's fine. But
Okay.
I'm hoping to get it out the window so the others will see it.
Ziggy probably would have ran into the room immediately and screamed, "Ruin, what the fuck do you have with that thing?"
Oh, it's supposed to be 3d10, so there's 2 more of those.
You, Ziggy, you storm into the room, open it, and you see like this
Immediately
scene. You
not-
know in the Matrix where Morpheus is kind of sitting there and Keanu Reeves is on the helicopter.
I think-
It's like chaos.
Yeah, I think I've screamed immediately to make it clear that I'm not with Ruin at this point. Like, Ruin, why the fuck do you have that? We were trying to keep it away from you.
Floating up
put it
is
in the box.
in the first reader. You see a box there. If you're coming up now as well, you don't see him putting. Only I think Ru and Synergy saw them put it in the box.
I have a passive investigation of 24. I think I know what's going on.
Yeah, you could. Well, make an insight check. I think you'll know the situation anyway. So, but just make it with advantage, both of you.
24 investigation.
Come
gonna
on,
roll a
you,
7.
You like rolling use an inspiration if you have to.
No,
Hey, look at that.
fine.
Even higher.
26.
It's my one good roll of the fucking night.
You
I'm
like
not gonna roll
rolling
good.
numbered rocks.
Yes,
You know it.
here's the thing. I'm not going to roll. That was my one good roll, and we've wasted it.
No, you
No,
haven't.
it's not wasted. It's good.
I've rolled shit every day.
Well, now you
Flair
haven't.
will, hearing Ziggy yelling, will run round to that side of the room as well, and to try and protect him from whatever stupidity is taking place in there, will pull out this staff of power and cast Globe of Invulnerability.
On who?
On him, it has to be on himself, but it's 10 feet, so he's just going to grab Ziggy and pull him next to him, and then cast this around the pair of them.
Okay. As you.
If you're talking lucky.
Sorry, I had a phone call.
Okay, no worries.
As you do that, protective spells, flying up is the first reader. As he looks towards the lot of you, and then looks towards kind of Ruin Synergy himself, and he says, talking to the rest of you, "I am not sure what you have brought to us, but I warned your companions before.
We're
Whatever
not
that
trustworthy
artifact.
with it. We don't even know if you're you. We need
Is
to
Ruin-
get this out. We
is
just
Ruin
need
able
to
to
rest,
talk?
and you fucked this up.
Ziggy.
And
Is
he's
Ruin
tried
able
to
to
take.
talk?
My God, this is.
Am I still silenced?
You've doomed
You
us
are.
all, Bookworm.
You're just
if
moving
if
and
you're even
moving and
Bookworm,
no sound.
you've doomed us all. If you are even fucking Bookworm.
He comes.
The more people know about this, the more havoc it's going to cause. You get that. When you're in the circle, it's going to fucking betray you and take that from you. Even if you are Bookworm.
I understand
We were trying to keep
your
it away from
caution.
Ruin, and now you look at this. You've
Well-
caused such a fucking mess.
If we had
Ziggy.
not intervened, whatever he was doing or ritual he was completing would have been complete. It seemed like your friend was trying to bind himself to the arm itself. Is this something that you were going to intervene through sleeping in your bed?
I don't. It was
would
meant to be. It wasn't meant to be with him. We don't know how it's. How the fuck did it get to him? It was meant to be away from him.
Well, we
That
will
was bound to
get
happen
to the
some
bottom.
time anyway.
We'll get to the bottom of this. Let's escort the artifact as well as the prisoner to the inner library. and
Is
give
Ruin
him
able
into
to talk?
No, he does
No.
not let you to talk at the moment.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear that earlier.
Yeah. He's kind of stopped you. But you will get the moment in a second, as you see a couple of votes more grab you from the side, still magical chains wrapped around you. As you kind of still lashing out, your beam breath of fire that you shot out did hit a couple of the avodes, and some of them did actually fall to the ground. They are being looked after, and they are very, very cautious of you. They don't know what you are. And at this point, both Yagu, Flare, and Ziggy, you all look at Ruin Synergy, and you see this strange desperation in his eye. It's unnatural to the way he is. You know he's a seeker of power, but you seem that there is some sort of influence in his demeanor. There's this kind of, his veins are kind of more bulging out of his scales, I guess you can. I don't know. And you see this kind of urgency, his desperation of everything that he's doing, and at that point, the first reader approaches you, smaller, dragonborn compared to you, looking up at you. The silence spell is dropped, and Ruin Synergy, you are free to speak as you are agitated, wrapped, and
Ziggy, I did this to save Aki. Please understand that.
Ruin, it's. I believe I read in a book once that you should keep your mouth shut at this moment as you're being arrested.
Flare will drop the globe of invulnerability and walk forward to him. I asked you one question, and you lied about that. You ask for trust, and then you lie constantly. I promised not to kill you.
I didn't lie.
And then he'll clock back an arm, and he will punch Ruin in the face.
immediately you lose your stability and you fall onto the ground. You can't control.
As he's going, he's doing that and trying to slip a glass bead into his pocket at the same time.
Make a sleight of entry.
Ooh.
$23.
23? Let me just
Do it with advantage. Do it with use a inspiration roll. One of the ones.
I think we have like 3 more left. I think.
It's +4 and I got 23. There's not much better to get.
All right, yeah, that's a good point.
I guess.
Let me just make a.
Aren't you a rogue?
Okay.
Partially.
You.
It's a small part.
Small part.
All
From his
right.
mother's side.
You fall. He falls onto the ground, and you think you safely deposited your. Is it a glass orb? Is that what it is?
It's a tiny
Like a
glass
bead?
bead, it's an earring. It's
okay.
something that's very specifically only he has.
Okay. Yeah. And you slip it in. He falls onto the ground, and you see the Avodes pick him up, and they begin to kind of escort him away out of the room. Also, the artifact that is in the box also gets kind of telekinetically lifted up, as you see that they still don't want to kind of touch whatever it is, and they begin escorting that into the kind of great library itself. Meanwhile, somewhere in the woods, sleeping as getting his nice long rest, Bruce, Moonbear, and Errol Everfield as he kind of watches. You
I like to
hear.
picture that Errol is still on his carpet, just flying in the air. Whether Bruce is there on the carpet, that's up to him. But
Bruce is on the ground.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as you are flying around, you a bird pops onto your carpet. You realize it's not a night bird, and it's a strange kind of bird. Did the bird kind of speak to him with a message?
It's an animal messenger, so it's a 25-word message. Like
Sure.
message.
How would the animal say it to Errol Everfield?
I guess in a very weird, unnatural way, it opens its mouth and my voice comes out. It's
like a speaker.
Very very jarring. It just and it's what I said before. It's like get back here, the idiot's being dangerous.
Oh no. Okay. Thank you. And then Errol will fly down. Bruce, wake up.
What?
Bruce, get your
Reach for the
fucking
sword.
ass up.
What?
Bruce, I think Ruin did something wrong. Do you have the hand? We're just gonna bury it here, and we're just gonna fucking forget about it. We'll come back for it later. We need to get rid of this fucking thing right now.
It's in the bag of holding.
And then Errol will open the bag, and then he'll he has to think of the item. He's like, all right, hand. Bruce,
What?
you haven't opened this, have you?
You've seen me the whole time. No. What's wrong?
At any point.
You've seen me the whole time. No.
It's
We
not
have not
here.
been separate. What? Give me the bag.
It's,
And I reach
it's
in
not
for it.
here.
I empty the bag. Where the fuck is it?
Nothing.
Wait.
Fuck. All right, get it all inside. Get it all
Right.
inside, and then Errol.
How do you know?
We're going back. I just got a message from Flair. I think Ruin did something. We're going back. Let's go. And then Errol is just gonna fly off.
And he flies after. He says, "You're telling me the second you
actually-
get that message that he's done something dangerous, the bloody hand has gone missing. I find that too much
just
of a coincidence."
quickly, as you kind of try to get everything out the back of holding and look for the hand and pull you around, make a perception check quickly.
Okay, shit. All right. I guess that's fair.
Here, wee question for you. Earlier, you asked Joey as Errol to do a perception.
I did,
check,
and I got a
he
natural 20, so that's why
but
I'm
nothing,
confused.
Nothing came of it. What was that? For?
I don't. When was that? I don't remember now what it
Well,
was.
back
for.
in the roll 20, it had a natural 20 and a natural 1 right next to
It
each
was
other, but
just before you did the thing where Ruin
Yeah.
contacted the bag
Yeah,
man.
well, narratively things changed. It was going to be completely different in my head of what in it, and then obviously Lucky did
The
something,
situation.
and then the situation changed. So that whole situation kind of
Yeah, maybe that's why.
changed. But you saw
Is
the
there
bird
a-
coming from a distance, so I guess that's your actual 20.
all right. So I guess we're just re-rolling it again.
Yeah.
I'll do
Please,
it.
sir.
And Andy, do you want to use the inspiration or should I? One of us should use it, then we get higher odds.
I got a 19.
Okay, well I'll roll it then normally because a 19 is still pretty good. Actually, yeah, we're going on year 19.
Okay.
You could use one if you
Errol,
want.
with as you kind of focus around the floor, you start realizing that there is things in the back of holding that shouldn't be there. There is someone is maybe like some of your gooseberries, your have kind of like mix with the thing, so it's kind of like a bit juicy. Everything as you see, oh shit, and it kind of throws you off with the natural one. You can't stop thinking, how come this gooseberry juice or whatever it is, the goodberry juice came to your back of holding. However, Bruce, you spot what it seems to be like a thread or some kind of like something like that in the floor, like something long and white that looks like it could be wool or something like that, maybe.
On earth?
As you touch it, is kind of slimy and oily, and then with your 19 perception, you think it's a long hair of some old person. Probably is really damaged and ashy white, and even like sticky.
Okay, as he sees it, he puts everything else in the bag. He says, "What on earth?" Because he knows that's not going to be something that just would fall out. You know, if that doesn't happen in the bag of holding. As we're flying as fast as we can back to Candlekeep, I'll hold up Ezra and say, "Harold, I found this in the bag as well, and I know
What the-
things that don't just fall in the damn thing."
No, they don't. Also, how the hell would... Why is the hand gone?
I don't know. Damn it!
Fuck. And then we really need to get going, and then Errol's just going to keep driving. Look, if at any point you need to take a nap or something, I'm going to be doing this nonstop. So you can take an hour nap if you need to.
I think we're a bit
And
busy
on the
just
carpet.
now. I think we're only like half. I say we're like 20 minutes away from Candlekeep. Honestly, half an hour. So
I don't know. I thought we were just half an hour. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, we're just booking it. Bristol.
all right.
Keep us. It's gonna be a long night.
The rest,
Yeah.
the three of you back at Candlekeep will watch your friend kind of disappear and wait for your other companions to return. And after a short while, they do come back.
Okay.
You do see that there are still a few avodes lingering around, staying with you all, not giving you the kind of privacy that you normally have based on what has happened. And the two of you enter into the communal space where you see Yagu, Flair, Ziggy, and a bunch of avodes kind of standing around.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. And do we see the abode, but do we also see them three?
You see them three, yeah, they're just
Okay.
kind of having a
Yagu,
conversation.
Ziggy, Flair, what's going on here?
Long story short,
somehow got hold
Ruin
of the
got
hands.
hands on the hand, and now Candlekeep has it.
What?
Shit.
And now we're all together, we can finally go back to, well, either, Ruin or whoever has the hand right now.
Fucking idiot. We tried checking it and the hand was gone. I guess that explains it, but how?
We
don't know,
we
but
gotta have to
It is
ask
not safe here. It's not safe with any
Clearly-
fucking living creature.
Clearly
Yeah,
not.
That's why I suggested
was-
keep
And we
it.
were trying to get at
Anyway.
least bury the damn thing, or at least get it further away from here.
There was something wrong with them. You say
I
this
mean-
place is compromised? Whatever compromised him, being here did not help.
You're talking
Not-
about... Who are you talking about?
Ruin. I think.
Ruin,
Okay.
Yeah, well, that was the part. That's why we didn't want to tell anyone we had it.
Yeah.
How on earth did Candlekeep find out that we had it?
Obviously, they didn't like anyone's answer about what happened.
Oh, look, we have to figure
they
out how
had
to
they had the box.
Yeah, it's
had a
contained,
box.
hopefully, but it won't be good enough. All it takes is one fuck up, one great reader who's up their own ass.
That's
gotta-
that's how they found out. We asked them for a box that does something specific. They built it. They wondered why we needed it. They brought it with them and they put the thing in the box. Ruin is alive. As
Okay,
promised.
thank you, Flair, for not killing him. Although I'm not sure if Candlekeep will respond the same way. I have to...
Candlekeep will hide him now.
Of course they will.
Fuck.
Damn it.
He's probably findable.
Right.
Well, that
Damn it.
sounds interesting, but
I mean, we saved this place fucking twice. That should count for something.
I just
that's
don't know
why
what to do.
That's why we've not been dragged off, most likely. Speaking
Yes.
of,
Well,
we don't.
I
we
know
don't
what to do. We have to go get towards the box.
We do.
No, we can't be trusted with this box.
The problem
Nobody
is that-
can
Yeah,
be
but
trusted with
no one
this.
Candlekeep
can.
either, so... I'd rather have it
We-
with us than
Look,
Candlekeep,
Ziggy,
so...
We can't be trusted to hold on to it, I agree, but we can be trusted to destroy the damn thing. We have to figure out how to destroy it before we go get it, probably.
Okay, I may have an idea. I can't do it till tomorrow, but I may have an idea on figuring out a way to destroy it.
Okay, did they say where they were taking him? Maybe we can go and try to...
I assume the dungeons with the dragon.
Fuck with Mary with
Miriam.
Meryl knows her name, but I
Miriam.
forget
It's been
her
months,
name.
man.
Miriam.
Miriam.
Yeah, Miriam. With Miriam.
I assume. Okay.
Alright, I mean,
because I could potentially tomorrow figure out how to destroy it. Potentially.
okay. Here's the plan. Flair, you're very knowledgeable in this kind of stuff too. You've been working with us on this case. Please try to help Ziggy figure this out. Yagu, Bruce, maybe we can go talk to Miriam and see where they're at as far as like making sure they don't kill Ruin.
Are the
Because that's
avodes
my
very
biggest
near us?
concern.
Are the avodes listening to the conversation?
Yeah, I mean,
They're there, yeah.
are you openly talking? Then yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
openly talking for the simple fact to show that we're not on Ruin's side here. To get
Oh,
like,
okay.
sorry, Lucky, you brought this on yourself.
I
Sorry.
mean, yeah, it's within Ziggy's
Ruin
character,
can't
like,
keep
Ziggy
on
wants
saying,
to-
no, trust me, then lie to us. And no, but trust me, then lie again. We're at that point with him now.
This time it's different.
Every
very
time is
shady-
different.
It's a very shady character that's been built, but I'm just saying, look,
I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
I just, we need to destroy
If-
that thing, and we need to figure
Siggy and I try and figure out what we're going to do about this. What are the rest of you doing?
Meanwhile, we get the
We're
damn
gonna
thing.
go.
Come on, guys, let's go.
out. Yeah, we're gonna go talk to Miriam also, because like I said,
The Great
Damn it,
Reader
Lucky.
may be the best person to speak to. Bookworm may be the best person. I've just pissed him off. However, he may be the best person to speak to on this.
well, then,
Because
He was-
it's currently with him.
He was remarkably calm.
I'm guessing he would be. He's been in charge here for quite a long time. He's seen a lot of.
If
he's seen a
that's
lot.
him. If
Of course,
that's him.
I'm aware. Before we go,
So-
just one thing I want to say. I don't think spending time and resources to retrieve this item is the best thing we could do right now. I think with more immediate problems we should be focused on. All this business with the Undying One or whatever the blazes he's calling himself. For me, that's a distant problem. Somebody else's problem. I, of course, will go with what the majority feels is right. That is where I am with that. You know my goals currently. I just wanted to make sure you're aware if it comes to a conversation about what we do next. But I looks at Yagas. I would like to investigate further what's going on here. Oh, by the way, pull out this long white slimy hair. I found this in the bag. Things don't just fall into a bag of holding. And somehow Ruin had the damn
Fine.
thing.
I'll take cast identify.
It's living hair. It's. I'll tell you what. While you were in the room, you made a insight check. All of the three of you also make a perception check as well. While you were, this
who
whole
are
situation.
the-
Sorry,
who are
the Yagu, Flair, and Ziggy.
Okay.
While this is kind of just going recording back a bit. Okay, yeah.
Retcons? No!
18.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think the three of you would have noticed when he pulled out the hair, you noticed that same kind of hair fragmentation could be seen in Ruin Synergy's room. Like a couple of those threads were on his bed.
Ugh.
Joggle will just go to his bed and just, if it's still there, grab
It's
it
still there.
and
Yeah.
completely compare it, put it next to each other.
I'll spend my last spell slot to cast it rather than wait 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, they were definitely matching.
If would I get could I have a new perception, or I don't know what kind of check you'd want me to do to see if I can identify this thing.
Well,
or
Ziggy's cast kind of identify on it. He's getting that it's from a living creature. I can tell him that. I think it's not undead, right, Cisco?
Let me just actually have a look at their
It might be a
stats.
monstrosity, right?
Yeah.
Where I was going was because he can shift, he gets advantage on certain types of perception to identify things.
Oh, okay.
Wisdom-based checks. I
Okay.
was just wondering which check you would ask.
They are not undead.
They're not undead. Okay.
No.
So, What is it?
Do you want to
sorry,
know the
Ross.
creature type or not?
Yeah, give him the creature type. That'll be fine.
Yeah, so it's aberration.
Oh, okay. That's kind of the. It's got a sense of aberration on it.
Okay.
Definitely
So,
not from this plane of existence either. Yes, we can
Then
say
I
that.
would say I'll say that as he Flair will grab one of these things and he will begin to shift and his nose will widen and he'll get kind of white stripes down kind of the sides of his face and he will try and smell this thing and toy with it and he will say what you've just said to the group. Do you know he is affiliated with aberrations as well as everything else that he seems to be playing with?
So, an aberration creature that has long hair and seems to be tied to the bag of holding.
Well, is tied to one bag of holding and Ruin's bed at the same time.
Okay, I'm putting the pieces together. I think the headband of intellect starts to glow a little, and I just start putting the pieces together. And so are we saying there's something in our fucking bags?
I don't know.
I've
never been in
can
there.
I
Inspect your back.
no? Can I
think
put
I
the
would
pieces
say-
together?
I
Can I
mean,
be
you
like-
watch as a player put the pieces together.
I
Perfectly
would
fine,
say
yeah.
I think it looks
Yeah.
what we do know for certain. What we do know for certain then, there was a creature in our bag, our collective the party's bag, but was also in Ruin's room. It's been in both places. It would seem that much is clear. We don't know what it is, other than it's some kind of aberrant creature. That's what we know for certain. We don't know what it is, or how it does it, or how another Ruin knows the damn thing. But we do know that for certain.
And it was willing to give Ruin this item if that is how he got the item.
It would appear so. He had the item, as Ziggy said.
Our bags aren't safe. Is the main thing.
Fuck.
Right. Okay.
Damn it,
So we
Ruin.
would need to make use of an actual vault or something from now on.
We are going to have to, yes.
Vault here in the building that you don't trust.
I don't know
Or
what else. We
maybe
can do.
perhaps in another building that we don't trust. No,
I don't know
Force
what. At the moment, I don't know what else we can do.
The
Every
only person
organization.
I trusted with that Force Grey.
Even
Zeta
Force-
Spell.
Even Force Grey, I have my doubts. They keep on telling us we're not capable, yet we seem to have managed to do more with regards to the scales than they have.
Okay, if I cast Legend Law, potentially I could ask if there's something that could destroy this thing.
The bagman or the artifact?
The hand.
Oh, the hand. Okay.
Out of game,
Oh.
Legend Law should tell me secret law that has never widely been known, i.e., the Sword of Cast destroys the hand of Vecna. Out of
You
game.
had that the entire fucking time?
No!
No,
I'm
he didn't.
speaking as a
He's-
player right now. You've had that the entire fucking
No,
time?
no,
I
he
can give
doesn't.
that- I can give myself that once per day.
Yeah.
There you go.
What the? Why didn't you just fucking say that?
I've been trying to say that.
When?
God damn it!
I've been
All
trying.
right.
Episode? Which
All right.
Do you know how much
Yeah.
we could have fucking
Stop.
avoided if you just
Stop,
said, guys,
stop, stop.
tomorrow we could figure this out.
I've been
how to actually
trying
destroy the
to
fucking
say
thing.
that.
All right, hold on. Settle down. We've got
No.
we've got a game to play. We've got stuff to do. So, are 2 people investigating something, and 3 of us are going to go and see Ruin in the first reader, or are we all going
Yeah.
together?
Yep.
No, that's exactly the
Oh, I
split.
can't see the first reader.
Yeah, so it's always going to be them 2 figuring it out and us
That's
3
not the
going to see the
reason.
first reader.
Right. Bruce does
Because
feel
we're both
obligated.
cunts.
Bruce does feel obligated to go and speak to him, considering he refused to tell him what he had. So he'll do that, and hopefully we'll try and talk to Ruin. I'm assuming Errol and Yagu will go with.
Yep.
And
Unless
Ziggy
Yaku wants to
and-
do something else.
Yeah, no. If you two go to the Great Speaker, I will go to Ruin.
I think that's
Okay.
fair.
Alright, yeah, that's fair. Alright.
Flair will pull out another one of these earrings and say that I slipped one of these in his pocket in case they tried to hide them. I assume somebody here can.
Flair.
What are they going to do? It's already there and they're here.
All right. As you all begin to exit the building, you begin to go into the courtyard and head towards the inner library itself. But we cut the scene when we go to Ruin Synergy. Ruin
Side note,
Synergy.
Luke, I am actually sorry. I'm
That's
not actually
fine.
mad. I'm just.
I've
You-
been trying to mention it. I'm mad because I've been trying to mention it for fucking ages.
I
Okay,
thought
you,
it was funny.
you find yourself
I'm not mad.
being dragged through the library and then down deep into the under levels of it. The steps start becoming wet, where you see like puddles of water, but still this massive chamber that you enter into smells of very old books and smells of almost like not rot but mold in a way. You get dragged completely all the way across, eventually find yourself into some sort of kind of a jail cell where you are placed in. They don't throw you in; they put you in, sit you down on whatever the chair or bench or the floor there is, and then they lock behind you, and you are left there for a moment. The Avodes leave; they don't even stay. They quickly leave the place, and as you kind of sit there contemplating on what happens, what is it that you're thinking right now? What would you be doing? You're still tied up, by the way.
Is his mouth still bound, or can
No,
he talk?
no, you can talk.
I imagine with his hands tied, he's trying to like dig through his pockets to see if he can find the letter from Aki, and if he can't, then he'll just start like grabbing at the bar cells and just start yelling out, "I did this to save you! I shouldn't be the one behind bars. It shouldn't be me. I did nothing wrong."
Then you hear a growl in the distance. Something approaching you. There are no footsteps, there are no thuds or anything, just this deep growl in the distance. Getting louder.
I'll try to look for like a piece of wood or something on the ground and hold it with my cuffed hands, or if anything, I'll just yell into there, "You better watch out. I'm more dangerous now than ever."
As you say that, peering in front of you from the ceiling just ahead and one big eye is an ethereal or spectral dragon, which looks at you and blinks, and the growl is immense. It reverberates in your whole body, and it kind of sends you a message without even speaking. Do not try anything. As it begins disappearing once again, almost guarding you in its way. A moment passes where you don't know how long it's been, 10, 15, 20 minutes, until you hear footsteps now. And you hear the sound of few people talking. And approaching you is the first reader, Bookworm. And alongside is a human female, maybe in the age of late 40s. She wears a symbol of a religious symbol. Make a religion check.
Eight.
Okay, you don't know what the symbol is. You do know it's a religious, and you have seen some of the avodes in here. They're not, they're not atheists. They don't not believe in God, but some of them do. This person seems to be of somewhat of great importance, and you may have seen her around from time to time with other great readers, and you would come to an assumption she might be one of them as well. As she kind of stops, you immediately notice that her eyes are white, she's blind, and she cannot see. But she still has this presence to herself. So, is this him? Yes. I remember him first coming to this place. He wasn't like this. He was a fairy. He seeks refuge, and now he's what he is. And what do you believe? He's possessed in some way? I'm not too sure, but you saw the artifact. How did he... Well, I don't think it was just him. I think him and his companions are the ones that found the artifact itself. You know it is dangerous, don't you? Yes, I do, and I will speak to the rest of the party, his companions, to see what they want to do. We've created a good relationship, and we do not wish to break that, but this is not the same situation. Can you tell if this can be resolved, abomish, whatever it is that is possessing him? Well, if the artifact is what it is, let's speak to him first. Ruin, is it?
Some people call me that, I guess. What's it to you?
I am... What's a full name? Sorry. I forgot her full name. I gotta write it down as well. Yeah, there it is. I am... Alay Avonmore. I am a great reader. And a devoted...
Good for you. Maybe you can get me out of here then.
Well, I would like to get you out of here, but I don't think you are you. If you know what I mean.
No, I am Ruin. You're right. Now, listen, if I had to explain myself again, I will. Everything I've done is to save a friend. It's not out of evil. It's not out of power seeking.
But you have sought power from something beyond your understanding.
He reached out to me. He told me that he could help save my friend, which is more than what you guys have offered. He told me he could restore me.
She kinda... Are you standing up or are you still sitting down?
I would imagine he's standing up, trying to look taller than them,
Okay.
have more of a presence.
She kind of approaches, like, without any hesitation, closer. And she just says, "You... Which... Why is it only down to you to help your friend?"
Because they can't do what I'm willing to do. Everyone else is too nice. Aki's sitting there, suffering, probably, in pain. He told me I was a wild card, and maybe he was right. I can do something to save him. You know, he's the only one that trusted me every time, didn't doubt me. If I said something stupid, maybe he would point me in another direction, but he was... he was someone I trusted.
Your devotion is admirable. And I'm sure wherever he is, you will find him, but not this way, Ruin. You have forfeited something. And she reaches out and places her hand on your chest. I can feel it. You're missing something. Something has taken this from you. Whatever it is, it's consuming you. rather than seeking from the power beyond your understanding. You have people that can provide you with the power that you need. Do you not think?
Oh, you must be talking about Harold, the one who doesn't trust me and hasn't trusted me. Always keeps me at arm's length, has threatened to kill me numerous times. Or how about Ziggy, the one who can't even say my name right? Every time it's always got to be a nickname. Flutters, this, that. Or are you talking about Bruce, the one who's always got the moral high ground above me? He always talks down to me like I'm some infant. Every time I do something it's wrong, or that he knows better. Listen, he's a good guy. He is. But he can't do it. None of them are willing to do what's necessary to get Aki out of there as fast as possible. So if you're telling me that you can help me, or they can help me, it's not fast enough.
And how do you know that they can't? How are you so certain that this person who has influenced you can? Because he said so?
I'd imagine he's getting a little flustered and angry this time. And the veins start turning more black. His teeth kind of enlarge, and he looks at her and he goes, "Stop arguing back with me. Just acknowledge that I'm right for once." You know, the Vecna never doubted me. He believed in me. Every time I say something, most of the time, there was... He sees something in me that none of you else can.
Perhaps you are showing him something that none of us should really see.
I could show you something you don't want to see, and he'll start to charge up his breath. Now give me what's mine.
I think we are done here for now.
We're not done here, and he'll start to breathe down radiant flames on the cuffs. Let me out! And he's gonna try and pull him apart. Just stop!
You ignite him with radiant energy, but he has no effects on the magical chains. The first reader, Bookworm, looks disappointed, and Alea just kind of steps back. And as you are fidgeting and you see them kind of walking away and disappearing, leaving you alone. And just in that moment, you hear the growl in the distance. Again, a moment, just a presence. And they disappear. The rest of you continue walking and eventually find yourself bumping into the first reader and the great reader. Bruce, you immediately recognize this woman, as she was there on the trial when you first came. And I think she was for you. She wanted to keep you. She wanted to not send you. She has a holy symbol. Everyone can make a religion check as well, because
sure.
obviously
Sounds
Ruin shit that roll. So
Religion. Let me just make sure it's actually on it. Yep. Normal roll.
23.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. I'm basic as heck.
Yagu. You're on mute, by the way. You're on mute.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh,
Sorry about
did
it.
you use an inspiration? There you go.
Yeah, I used
That's
it as
fair.
one. It's almost
Okay.
time anyway.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Okay. Right. Yes. Ziggy, Bruce, Yagu, Harold, I think you're too. I think frustrated in the moment. You're just kind of walking along. Flair, I don't know if you wanted to make a check as well.
I don't think he's there with us.
I'm not
Cool.
there. I'm
He's
with
not.
Ziggy.
He's helping Ziggy figure things out.
Oh, why am I wrong then?
Oh,
Yeah.
why are you rolling that?
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
the
don't
two of
fucking
you
know.
roll.
Ignore me.
because you
Yeah,
you
it's
two
only-
wanted to go to.
Bruce
Sorry,
and
you three
Harold are
want.
going to go speak to the first reader because
You're doing the legend lore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yagu is going to go talk to Ruin, and
Okay, so Yagu's with you as well at
we're
this
trying
point.
to figure
Okay.
out
I got
what
some
to
info.
practically do if we
I
succeed.
got some info for them whenever you are ready for that too, Mo, as well.
Okay, we'll jump into that just after this conversation
Cool.
then, very quickly. The three of you, Yagu, Errol, and Bruce, walk up kind of the direction, escorted by an Avode, eventually bumping into the First Reader and the Great Reader, Avonmore. Standing tall, very kind of greyish, short curly hair, looks almost battle worn. Her eyes are scarred. There is this kind of almost like a, when a person gets struck by lightning, it leaves like a kind of trail. It's kind of across her
electrical
eyes.
burns.
Yeah, electrical burns across her eyes, and you definitely know she's blind. And she kind of, they both kind of stop, and you see the Avodes kind of step away, leaving the rest of you. The caravan of chaos. It seems as if things had escalated very quickly.
First Reader Bookworm, I
Appears
agree.
so.
Great Reader Ayla.
Bookworm, great reader. Hello.
All right. I guess I will let you explain first. Perhaps it might be. Would you like to go somewhere more quiet? We can arrange that.
Myself and Errol certainly would like to talk to you at this point. Certainly, our friend Yagu would like to talk to Ruin. If there's time, I'd certainly like to as well, at least for one thing. But
Well, why don't Yagu come, and then the three of you, if whatever discussion we have, we should be able to permit you to speak to your friend.
thank
I'd
you.
rather see him right now.
Well, if you wish to speak to him alone, I'm sure I can get one of your votes kind of come. He can escort you to where he is.
Good, then. See you guys in a few minutes.
See you then. And Yagu, good luck with them.
Probably will need it, yeah. Thanks.
All right.
Oh, and wait, before I go. And Errol's gonna cast a resistance to cantrip on Yagu, just in case.
Thanks.
You never know at this place.
You, the both of you's, the three of you, like you split up.
Yeah, we split
Yagu
off.
gets out, and the two of you are taken into a kind of quiet room where the four of you kind of sitting there. So, Bruce, it seems like you definitely have a little bit of distrust, which you have openly have mentioned, which I understand, but you should have told us things escalated very quickly, and if we had not intervened, things would have got far worse.
Agreed. I'll start from the beginning then, and Bruce will explain why he had the artifact.
Mhm.
He felt that, and we turn to Errol for confirmation that
Yeah,
we all
and
had the
basically,
caravan agreed on this. That
We were hired to do a job. We were, basically describing the job as well.
Yep, and it just explain that the reason why we didn't feel comfortable just, hey, Candlekeep, we've got this, do you want it, is because, and he'll explain every time something this has happened with a larger organization which nominally says, no, we've got your best interest at heart, and then it fucks up. And then we'll go on to explain that we found this, and he'll show that long hair. And it was also in Ruin's room, and we found it in the bag of holding, because we had it in the bag. He turns to Errol to confirm you were with me the whole time, never left it.
Okay.
And explain the whole story.
Yeah.
And about everything that happened on the job as well. At least what Bruce can remember, because he's got missing memories.
Yeah, Bookworm will just immediately just be like, you are right, this place is compromised, and I am seeking down whatever the issue is, but not... we do not... We do not wish to be put in a place where we cannot be trusted one another. There must be some way to ensure that we are who we are. So, perhaps a globe of truth speaking to kind of determine and make sure that we are who we are. Would that be?
Bruce will nod. He'll turn to
Very
Elrond.
well. Very
All right.
well.
And then you see the Great Reader like perform some sort of ritual cast, and an orb appears. I am definitely the first reader. Last time I checked, the bookworm. I am Alea Heavenmore, a great reader of Candlekeep.
I am Errol Dummerfield of Cloakwood, and technically avowed here, I guess.
Bruce
Or
will,
whatever the rank is that we're given here.
I
Secret.
was actually wondering what to say with that because he changed his name, but you know that that's how he sees himself, not as Lockwood anymore, Errol.
Yeah, no, it would be Moonbear. Like, would you? Yeah.
It's what he's internalized it now because it's not a case that it's just a fake name I'm taking on to protect people who may be close to me doing
Yeah.
dangerous things.
Well, as we have now established that we are who we are, at least we can speak more freely in this room and make sure that whatever is said here, either you can entrust to your companions and make sure that we do not. We come to the right conclusion, if I would say. Now, you've told us pretty much everything, and now you've occupied it, and my colleague here has inspected your friend, companion, Ruin Synergy. I have a question for him. I known Ruin when he came here. He definitely had some sort of problem and issue about being bounded, or having this choker, which he does not have anymore, so things have changed for him. But he was not this crazy of power. Do you think he's been possessed or manipulated?
I really
Personally,
don't think he's
I
being
don't know.
possessed.
I think, First Reader, that he has always loved power. An addiction is, in my estimation. Every time he's been presented with a path to power, that when he's been with us, he has reached for it every single time. I do believe he means what he says and he wants to free our friend Aki as fast as possible. But also what is also true is that he does desire power for himself, and he does not care how he gets it.
I think the moment that he crosses over and becomes even further bound to the undying god, he's going to kill us all. Me, Bruce, the rest of us included in the caravan. Probably even Aki.
I don't even necessarily think we'd want to do that either, or that to be at that point.
I'm pretty sure he will.
I just mean that it wouldn't even be his choice.
Mhm.
That Alea Evanmore will speak up and say, I had this same feeling about him. You think that the Undying One has influenced him? If there was a way to break that bond between them, this pact that they have, do you think she kind of smirks a little, forgive him?
I can't kill him. I'm promised somebody else I can't, so...
All we know for sure is that he's made a bargain with the Undying One. I don't know what else he's done. I've repeatedly spoken in his defense. I've invited him into my home. I defended him from his previous patrons, and they frankly saw him as more of a plaything. I know Errol's been frustrated with me how often I've spoken in his defense.
Well, I am a devoted to the god of Ogma, of knowledge, and I have done my reading and adventuring. I've lost these eyes while doing very crazy things, potentially similar to what you did with, my partner who's not with us anymore, and a few other adventurers who have scattered to the winds. I'm stuck here now, but I know the feeling. I know what it's like.
Above game, who is his partner?
Is it above game?
Above game, who is her partner? Her adventuring partner, or?
Oh, partner. Limiting is like
I thought she implied that we had met him and didn't work.
No. She didn't mean it. She's just talking about
Okay,
him,
sorry.
about
Carry
them
on,
in
ignore me.
general and stuff like that. And she just says to you, "There is a way to separate the pact, but if you, knowing him the best, feel like there's no saving him, then we must escalate and we must stop him." Imprison him. This imprisonment we have here is not good enough. We may have to take him to Waterdeep. We may have to give him to the Black Staff.
Bruce will look at Errol. He'll look back to Ayla again and say, "If he willingly chooses to."
I think he's convinced that you all are not willing to save Aki. Something in I think that is his true belief, and the Undying One is using that, pulling that thread to convince him that he is the only one that can do this. I can potentially break that bond, but it will be up to you to bring him back, to make him understand that he does not need to do this alone.
If he chooses to of his own free will, then fine. However, there is one very important thing I need to say to him about his assertion that he's the only one who wants our friend free.
What she's getting at, Bruce, is that he's going to say no.
If he says no, then fine, he can rot in a cell. As I've said, you've been frustrated with me defending him. I've gone above and beyond, and I'm at my wit's end now.
I think what she's getting at is he doesn't have the free will to say no, that he's so enraptured. Am I reading that correct?
Yes. I feel like that influence is really strong.
Then he needs to try then.
We don't know.
I need to see there's some kind of effort from his side.
That's fair.
Well, the question I have now for you, if you are willing to help with this ritual, for me, or well, for us to break this bond between them, between him and the Undying One, is it something that you are willing to accept for us to do? Or do you think there is no hope? You know him best. The decision is up to you all. We are only doing this because we see that you care for him in a way. Otherwise, I've seen your handiwork, Bruce, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to deal with him if you really, but you hold back your frustration because you care about him. And Harold, I don't know if you have a strange patience with him. You don't see eye to eye, but you still allow him to be around you and the rest of your crew. So, the decision is yours. We are willing to prepare for the ritual. We may need some help from you all to acquire some very rare ingredients for this ritual, or components, but I'm sure you would be willing to, but that is what it would be, a sacrifice from your part to help your companion, if you are willing to. Otherwise, we have no choice to send him away. Yes, go ahead, sorry.
Again, we've established that maybe he's not exactly in the best of mind to make his choices for himself because, for lacking of better words, to your understanding, it's possible the Undying God is corrupting his thought process.
Corrupting, influencing, could be one or the other.
Painting a clearer picture than he might be able to on his own, is what I'm generally hearing. So...
it looks more like an offering, more.
Mm-hmm.
If he gives
one
us
suggestion that we could do. Goddamn you, Aki. We'll do the ritual And right when that ritual is broken, he should be in his own mind, not having the undying God speaking to him. Correct?
Yeah, that is what.
Assuming.
I'm hoping that is what will occur, and should happen.
Okay. Assuming we do this, we gather these ingredients and you undergo this ritual, and we will, if you will allow us, we'll ask him, Bruce, he's gonna lie to you. He's gonna have to talk to all of us. In the moment when he can be himself, if he says, absolutely, I still do not trust you all, to save Aki, as far as I'm concerned, Candlekeep, Forest Grey, Waterdeep, they can all do whatever they want with them. Assuming that he says, yes, I can trust you all, to me, that personally seems a lot more carte blanche to either let him go and be of his own devices, or to have a sort of break from him. Either way, I do think the ritual is only a good idea for the sense of him being lucid enough to make his own decision about that. Because if we just go in there and ask him right now, he's just going to say whatever we want to hear. Not to mention whatever this undying God is telling him to say to all of us. Plus, I am curious how Yagu's conversation with him is going, but I'm leaning so far towards ritual for the sake of letting him choose so far.
I would agree. Except just one addendum. I need him to show me something. Anything on his part. But he's willing to do so. If he is completely unrepentant, unwilling to see where this is taking him, then no.
You all mentioned that he's formed this pact with his god. Is these pacts, I'm not too well bred on the matter, are they only from the evil-based gods that we've seen, or can other gods also take in people like him for that purpose?
Well, other gods may come to people when they're in great need. It seems like your friend here need was so desperate that the Undying One had found its way to him first.
Who told you that? Was it him?
Oh, I'm just speculating.
Is that what he said? That the Undying One reached out to him?
I'm just speculating. I'm not too sure. I don't think that's what he said. He hasn't said much. He was shaking and screaming at me. I haven't managed to have a proper conversation. I only went to assess the situation. I can tell you this, though. He is missing a part of his soul. I can sense that for sure.
He bargained it off. Yeah, he's part undead now.
I sense that too.
My original proposal was to find the Temple of Bahamut, get him there, and have him sign whatever's left of his soul to Bahamut, but I'm guessing that's not how it works.
You see her kind of go, Bahamut, don't worry about it. You need to rely on true knowledge and understanding of magic. And the god Ogma will guide you through this ritual.
Would Ogma take him in then? Because he needs to be bound. He needs something put on him. He cannot be given free reign. He needs a force that can.
If he truly wants to believe in something, then he will believe to that. If you see him slipping back to Vecna, then that was his own decision to do so.
Counterpoint. What would have more knowledge of another dragon than the god of dragons?
Sorry, what was that? What would have more knowledge than the god of dragons? Than
Who
the
would
god of
have more knowledge about a dragon than the god of dragons? Or our god of dragons? Basically, Bruce is saying surely Bahamut would know more about another dragon than even Ogma.
Yes, I forgot to tell you, even more. Ruined Synergy is actually a dragon. And she's like, huh? What? And she gets a bit kind of... she's like, huh? What? And she goes a bit confused, like, huh?
His first patrons bound him. They wanted to prove a point. I think one of them won.
Fair. Well,
He's half and half, to
a
my
soul.
understanding.
I guess a soul is a soul. I'm not too in detail, but I will do my research and see what potentially could come out of it. And you guys continue having this kind of conversation back and forth, but we'll leave the room now and we'll go back down kind of the corridor where Yagu, we're going to finish off here very quickly. Yagu kind of stepping down towards the wet floor of the catacombs and approaching the cell that Ruin Synergy is. The Avode is kind of a few steps like behind you, keeping his distance. But Yagu, you are kind of left there with Ruin Synergy.
Turn to him, and I prefer to have this conversation alone with him.
Just really quickly, as a side detail, is when Yagu's walking up, like Ruin's like on the floor with the chains, like banging him against the floor. The radiant breath is like spraying out across the ground. He's just like, it's like he's just going into like,
Feral.
yeah, feral.
Okay. Yeah, the Avode takes a few steps back, keeping its distance, still in eye shot, but not in hearing aid.
Just a quick thing as well, Rowan. You don't really hear Vegna's voice at the moment, for whatever reason you're unsure. But you have these urges, and you feel and keep hearing his words, almost like flashbacks of the past. They are not your friends. They don't care for you. Only I care. You know. So all these things are like non-stop, almost
Like a loop,
uncontrollably.
like a
Yeah.
playback.
Yeah, it's like you can't really stop it. I mean, it's not stopping what you're doing, but it just keeps coming, like in a loop of thoughts.
All right. Go ahead, Yagu.
Ruin kind of kicks the gate. Sees first the reaction.
Yagu, did you convince them to let me out finally?
Not yet. Working on it, in a way.
Okay, but you know I've done nothing wrong, right?
I'm pretty sure you have done one or two things wrong since, well, once again kicks the gate.
Then what is it you came for?
And he will look at the guard and once again, yo, I'm only gonna cast one spell and that's the Zone of Truth spell, okay? No worries. Looks back
Puts
at
his thumb up.
Well, you know the drill. Don't resist. I need to make sure you're speaking the truth, otherwise I'm never getting you out of here. You understand that, Ruin, right?
Whatever you want.
And I will cast the Zone of Truth spell.
All right. Do you resist?
I'll try to resist, yeah.
Go ahead. Roll.
What is it, wisdom?
Wisdom.
I believe it's wisdom. No, charisma.
Oh.
Oh,
Actually.
charisma?
There you go. Yeah, charisma's a
that's-
good one. Yeah, you can roll the charisma one. Or
Oh, can I keep the roll or do you want me to reroll it? Because it'd be 10 plus 10.
up to you.
I mean, yeah, keep the roll. It's just the roll plus 10, right? So 20.
Yeah, so plus 10, so it's 20.
In that case, you would save it, but then, once again, Ruin, if you want to get out of here, I need to speak to you truthfully.
Why can't you just trust me to tell the truth?
Well, you see this thing where you kind of lie a few times here and there. I need to make sure you're not doing that right now.
Fine. Fine, cast it, and I won't resist this time.
Okay. I have to cast it as a third spell thanks to you now. I will not forget this, okay?
Yeah, good.
Once
We've been
again, I
saying
cast it.
Do you resist?
I won't resist. I forgot that if you resist, they know.
Yeah, that's the beauty about this spell, like, without that blinded spell would be so shit.
I remember it being
So-
used on me as well. That was not fun.
So
Yeah.
tell me, Ruin, what was your plan?
My plan was the same as I said it was. Get power, save Aki.
And how did you do the thing where you, out of nowhere, got the hand? Like, what's that?
I'll shrug.
Great, that's
Does it do anything if he
weird.
lies?
It's
Like,
not a
it's not a
it's not a
lie.
lie. It's physical motion.
He just refuses to speak, so he doesn't speak.
Okay, there you go.
Any other
Um,
questions?
Is that just your objective? To gain power?
And save Aki.
What else? What happens
Wanna-
after we save Aki? What you gonna do?
Would replace the. I would replace the Dragon Queen. I would make a safe place for any and all dragons. I want to reach that level. After I save Aki.
And what you think would happen after you became, the new Dragon Queen or whatever?
Dragon King.
Yeah, I prefer Queen. Rolls better off the tongue.
I haven't thought that far ahead, okay? Right
Well,
now, my
let
main
me,
goal-
get through with you, okay? We somehow defeat her, using your amazing Forbidden One magic or whatever. Who apparently has a leash on you. You become the Dragon Queen. And in the meanwhile, the Forbidden One has a leash on you. So now there are two main evil people on the same side instead of fighting each other.
He wouldn't betray me. Not until.
The guy who's known for betraying. Yeah,
even if he does
won't.
betray me, after we defeat the Dragon Queen, who's to say we won't be as strong or stronger than him? Maybe I'll put him under a contract.
Sure.
Obviously, he needs our help. He can't be stronger than the Dragon Queen at this time. So if we defeat her, defeating him would be. It has to be easier. And if.
Well, I was hoping to hear another answer, but
What did you want?
I was hoping you would finally do the noble thing.
I've done the noble thing. I've been nice. It didn't work out for me.
Yeah. Funny, this time it would have worked out for you. Goodbye,
mean?
Ruin.
Yagu, don't leave. Yagu, they need me. Aki needs me. I need to save him.
Well, you're wrong about that. You see, the Forbidden One doesn't need us. He needs you. And, we don't need you. And I leave.
He'll slam his head against the bars of the cell. I imagine it'll echo throughout the chamber and he'll just start yelling again.
And as the screams continue, Yagu, you walk away. The Avode kind of gingerly following you from behind, looking back towards the ferocity and craze of Ruin Synergy as he screams and screams. And we fade away until next time, where the Caravan on Chaos decide the judgment of Ruin. Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you everyone for watching at home. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us follow, subscribe, and until next week. Well, we have a session tomorrow and then on Sunday for the other games, but hopefully we see you next week and we find out where this kind of today was crazy. We'll find out where it kind of leads to. So yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good night. Stay magical and see you later.
Thank you.
Take care.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.